That's all.
And welcome everybody to Totally Online Gaming Group. We're glad you guys could join us for episode 95 of Atavar Ascension. Tonight we only are going to have 3 players, and Logan will be a little bit late, but hopefully he should be here within the next 10-15 minutes at the most, I hope. But as always, we've got to give quick shout outs to our sponsors. If you're watching on YouTube or on Twitch, the links for the sponsors have just posted in chat, so you can click on those. But there is Critical Hit Gaming Supplies. They are a great family-owned company, locally owned here in Central Florida, and they are mostly a convention business, which coming up near the end of this month here, we will be in Gen Con with them. Oscar and I will be there. Support them and saying hi to anybody who stops by the booth. So if you're going to be in the Indianapolis area at the end of this month, beginning of August, and you're going to Gen Con, stop by the Critical Hit Gaming Supplies booth and say hi to us and let us know that you are a fan of the show. And perhaps you'll get a special prize. At the same time, there is also fan roll. If you follow the link that we put in, which we'll also put it in the video or the live VOD for that's going to be on YouTube, the link in there. If you follow that link, our link, and you decide to purchase something from fan roll, that will definitely help support the channel, so we appreciate that. And then last but not least, SideQuest Cards and Games. SideQuest Cards and Games is owned and operated by our very own Jen and Zach. They've got some great stuff. Go check them out. They also do conventions and stuff, but they also have their online store. And in both the Critical Hit Gaming Supplies and the SideQuest Cards and Games online store, if you see something you like at checkout, make sure you use TOGG15 to get 15% off your purchase. That being said, are there any other announcements that anybody else needs to make?
Oh, sure.
I like turtles.
I like trains.
Trains. All right, then.
We're a bunch of idiots.
We are.
Canceled.
All right.
Good
in
episode,
that case,
everyone.
without further ado, we bring you Atavar Ascension. No, it's against the party's interest.
If it was against
All
gold
right.
specifically.
All right, so we are back. Now, before we begin, as we have been doing of late, we're going to have our players introduce their character, brief description of their character, specifically things like their level, their class, etc. And we'll start with you, Oscar. Go ahead.
I am playing Tomer, a blood hunter, paladin, follower of Shimlo, taking on and carrying on the mantle of Ajax.
And you are what level?
Are we 16?
14.
Oh, we're 14.
14.
I like 16 better.
Yeah, I like 16 more. It just
Okay.
rolls off the tongue.
Yeah. And you?
I'm also on the Shimlo train. I'm Daniel. I'm playing Bjorn, and he is a level 14. Is it Tempest Barbarian or Storm? I think it's Storm Herald.
Storm Herald.
Storm Herald Barbarian.
Mhm.
And he's a shifter.
Yep. All right. And then I will substitute for Leon. Leon is a swords bard, level 14, half elf, and soon to be a father. So.
He is a dad.
In game.
In game. In game, not in real life. All right. So the next thing we'll do is we'll this time start with Bjorn. So Bjorn, and we're going to expand this question a little bit, is if somebody, either an NPC that you've met during the game or someone from your backstory, maybe a family member or just someone in your backstory that you trust or love, asked you, hey, I need you to do something that is against the party's best interests. who would you side with, and who is that character?
Oh God, the who is really put me on the spot.
I need to make you think now.
No, I don't know. I don't think he has anyone like that outside of his mom and dad. I haven't decided if he has a sibling yet.
Okay.
Uh,
So if your mama asked you,
Bjorn would never betray his brothers, but it would also depend on what was asked, and how severe it was, and whether or not it was against Gold.
it's against
Gold's his new daddy now.
or his new nemesis.
Gold has shot me too many times.
All right, Tomer.
The only person that would have some form of offer that would work is probably Fox, just because he gave Tomer the chance of second life.
Mhm.
Fox is my stepdad's brother. He's the one who injected me with the werewolf serum to then give me a second life,
Okay.
and let me bring back. And I studied with him about like the mutation and stuff like that. It would have to be something very specific and not something that's not too drastic to hurt the party, because I know the party's on a mission to do something and they've helped me out. I'd like to help them as much as possible, but I'm not gonna go full 360 if Fox is like, I need you to kill someone in your party. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. You need to figure out who set this up, because I would rather take care of them than touching my party.
Okay. Excellent. All right, and we will ask Leon when he gets here. But
I would have to say my unborn child.
well, I don't know if that counts yet because he's not born yet. So. But
First words is kill the party.
Kill the boy.
Fucking Odysseus.
all right. Anyway, where we last left off,
Little baby face and D's stomach, like
the Blue Devils have been traveling across the continent of TOGG, attempting to find the ley line intersections that they believe are locations of where rods either have been placed or are about to be placed, and they are specifically trying to find where one is about to be placed so that they can attempt to stop it. While they are in process of that search, okay, and moving across the continent, they have had some bad luck here and there.
Yeah, we ended up killing those witches.
In coming across, an ancient dwarven city where they met with a very large and powerful red shadow dragon named Mitrax, who they decided not to try to beat up, which was probably for the best.
More like bitch tracks.
Instead of just, instead of just kind of like offering up a legendary item to him, which was probably the best method to get past him. They also then found themselves fighting off purple worms, rocks, other crazy denizens of the land, including tribes of orcs, specifically the Shatterjaw tribe, who actually captured two of the party members, Gold and Persephone, and the party ended up having to try to deal with that, which fortunately they were able to escape after some encounters with the tribe, who is now on the hunt for them, as far as they know.
We should have.
They also came across an Androsphinx, who they decided, fuck this shit, I'm out, and decided, yeah, let's not deal with this, and ran like little bitches, which was, again, possibly a good move.
It's a fucking sphinx.
That's all 3 strikes for Gold.
Yes. Yep.
And it's imbued with a fucking root. I'm not fighting that shit unless I'm level 20.
And then they did manage to make their way further south by southwest, going between the mountain range and the lowlands, which are kind of the Badland desert area of TOGG, which is extremely hot, and they're kind of in the hills, the foothills, if you will, of the mountain range, kind of skirting the edges between orc territory and dragon territory, which did kind of get them a little bit of trouble when they did have to deal with another dragon, which they actually fought and defeated.
I wasn't going to give Gold a chance to
and they now have a lot of dragon
worm out of
states.
that one. That's right.
They now have some dragon steaks, some dragon jerky, a bunch of good stuff like that, as well as some trophies like claws and teeth, some scales here and there. But then a sandstorm began to appear on the horizon, rolling across the land, heading right towards them. So they took shelter in a cave and found themselves in the company of a coven of hags.
We didn't know they were hags at the beginning.
No, they didn't, but they found out.
The hints were there.
Yes, and they found out, and fortunately for them,
poisons and disease.
they survived that encounter, as well as being able to shelter themselves from the storm within the cave. They have then thus looted what was there, and are now once again heading out after a long rest, continuing southwest along in the foothills, attempting to make that ley line intersection, which, based on Gold's knowledge of this terrain, it is one of his favorite terrains, and Bjorn's survival, figuring that they are probably only a couple days away now from where they believe the ley line intersection is. And that is where we pick up once again. Oh, I almost forgot. I gotta turn this on. Can you hand me that little device that's plugged in right there?
We sound checked. Are we actually on?
Oh yeah, we're
Want me to
on.
disconnect it?
Yeah.
Shit.
Sure. Too late now.
All right. And you guys discuss and decide what you are going to do as you find yourselves in the plain or in the foothills, making your way southwest. Go ahead and discuss for a little bit, because I got to set this up really quick, and it'll just take me a couple minutes. But that way you can talk to each other and the peoples.
They're just like,
Ah!
I don't know. Bjorn is kind of a speak when spoken to, unless he's like talking shit to an enemy bigger than him.
I mean, this is why it's better to have gold. Gold helps make the plans, but I know we need to go to the other point. We're still waiting out the storm. I don't know how long the storm
No,
is gonna...
we're done waiting out the storm.
Okay.
Correct. We have left the cave.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep, you've already had a long rest. You left the cave.
the
storm
cave
is
was
gone.
like up a mountain too.
It was up
It's
a
on like
ways.
the whole of a mountain.
Yeah, it was up a ways. It was,
desert mountain.
it was
hags,
about
that's
like
the new one.
1,000 feet up.
Oh.
Up the this mountain.
So we climb back down. So is there anything going on around us? Or are we just trucking?
As far as you can tell, it seems like there's nothing else going on. The dust has settled. The storm. I mean, you definitely see there is now like a layer of sand, kind of coating everything. But
I hate sand.
yeah, well, that's what it is. But
It's
there's a
all-
layer of sand
it's all
coating.
grimy.
Up
It's
this
been-
high, it's not nearly as bad, but as you would move down back into the foothill area, it's a little thicker. That's kind of what you see. But actually, give me a survival check.
I have a long history of, even though I have proficiency, rolling below 5 on that. But
You
let's-
do have a very long history.
I'll give
of
you some
rolling.
assistance because I've lived around the area, so at least you get
Let's
advantage.
see.
Mhm.
Big
Yep, I'll allow that.
money. Well, look at that. Below 5. I rolled a 4, so advantage.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, that's better. 25.
There you
Okay. You are able to determine, looking at this, that okay, yeah, I'm not really seeing anything right now. It makes sense that any wildlife, whether predator or prey, is probably hunkered down right now still, because the storm hasn't.
Yeah, they don't
And-
know.
Yeah, they don't. Their wildlife is being cautious until it's
They're really
guaranteed.
playing into their 2 intelligence.
Yeah, they're probably staying away until they're guaranteeing that, oh, okay, now it's safe. Then they will start coming out. But right now you think, okay, we may have a little bit of time before we even need to
It's
worry
just-
about anything.
Smooth sailing then.
Yeah. At
Where
least
were-
for a little bit.
What was our destination again?
The ley line intersection.
Yeah.
And you figure you're maybe just a few days away. A couple
Okay.
days away.
Well, yeah. Bjorn's just trucking ahead then until something happens.
Yep. I'll say that's probably the way we're gonna go then.
All right. So you guys are just moving along, heading to the southwest. So
maybe doing something idle like sharpening his axe or something like
While
that.
you're walking.
Yeah.
Okay. So, that being the case, as you guys are moving along, go ahead and give perception checks for the
Let's do it.
kind of the morning hour of things.
21.
Natural one.
Okay, which makes sense because you're busy sharpening your axe
Yeah,
as you're
you know
walking.
what? Well, at least I have an excuse this time.
Yep.
Huh?
Did you see anything? What?
What are you talking about? Tomer,
Yes, Captain.
as you guys are walking along, you notice that over the course of the morning here, slowly but surely, you've kind of made your way down, the 1,000 feet into the foothills now, and you've been moving along for a little while in the foothills.
Mm-hmm.
That it's a little slow going because of the layer of sand. It just, if you ever walked in sand, it's soft, it's nice, but you don't get the same kind of push, traction and push with your feet. So it saps your energy a little bit more.
It's more tiring.
So it's more tiring. So you guys are comfortable with travel. You've been traveling a lot. So that doesn't bother you as much, but it does mean you're actually a little bit slower than you would like. So you haven't traveled as far as you would, like to have traveled in that time frame. But one thing you do notice with your 21 is that as Bjorn is walking along, he's kind of just walking and just ahead of everyone else, just walking and sharpening his axe, is that as he's about to take a step, you're like, whoa, 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 stop. And you catch him just in time as he was about to step in what you could clearly see was just a layer of sand that is it's a little bit indented. And you're pretty sure because it was like a rock that he just about tripped on and then stepped into a dip on the other side of that rock, and it would have fallen straight on his face.
Just falls straight on the axe, and it's just right.
Yeah. But with your 21, you stopped.
Does anyone have an ibuprofen?
We don't carry that here. We only carry Tylenol.
The axe just sticking in the forehead.
I got a real bad splitting headache over here, guys.
Tripped and just fell right on.
Roll.
Splitting.
Roll.
That's pretty funny. That is pretty damn funny. And I'm ashamed I didn't think of it.
Yeah, you got to roll for that one. All right.
That's very funny.
All right.
I was just trying to ask you a question.
Oh, jeez. Now you got to roll again. Anyway, that is basically all that happens in the morning.
99. No, I thought that was a 66.
No, it's not. But it is
No,
3
okay,
away
yeah,
from a
my bad.
96. And remember,
No, I thought it was 3 away from the original number.
No. We've got 69, 3 away from that. 96, 3 away from that.
We weren't doing that before, but if you're doing that now, that's fine.
Yep. It's going to get rougher each time. So, Tomer.
Fuck.
You get offered
levels.
You get offered the deal. For any of you who are watching who do not know, there are some crazy things that we do on this channel. One of them, if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, you'll notice that there were 2 notifications that just popped up. If you want to have an effect on the game, technically, because I've got TikTok up and I can see it. If you are watching on TikTok, I can't speak today. If you donate diamonds or coins or whatever the things are on TikTok, or if you donate Twitch bits or super chat us on YouTube, you can have an effect on the game. You can literally cause things to happen, and depending on how much you donate, will determine how close we get to game breaking we will allow. So, for example, things like if you want to give advantage to people, or advantage to the DM, or disadvantage, and things like that. Those, yeah, you can do those, and those aren't super expensive. If you want to do stuff like, hey, DM, this battle doesn't seem challenging enough. Why don't you double the number of monsters? okay, we'll do it. Cost a little bit more in donation, but we will do that. If you want to do something that is almost game breaking, like literally like, hey, can the Tarrasque drop in here?
Fuck off.
Or something crazy like that. Yeah. We might not let that happen for a cheap dollar amount, but you know, if someone wants to drop $500 in there, yeah, I
Wipe the
might.
party for $500.
Yeah, for $500, I might drop a Tarrasque in. But anyway,
A world-ending creature.
yeah, but we are
Or
willing
turns into the Hulk.
to be bought on certain things. For example, one thing like, hey,
Big
we want you to
monkey.
use a crappy Russian accent for the entire rest of the game. Yeah, you know, all sorts of stuff. Use your imagination. You can do that. Additionally, if someone makes a pun or says something or a bad joke or whatever, and as the DM, I just decide arbitrarily, I can force them to roll a D100. And if they get a 69, or because of things that happened early in the game, anything up to 3 away from that, or a 96, and now anything up to 3 away from that, they get the deal. The deal is, if they want to take the deal, they automatically lose a level right now. And then during the next combat encounter, if they get taken down to 0 hit points, they don't have to die, but if they get taken to 0 hit points...
DM, I thought as you go up a level.
No.
You go down, and then
You
you,
go
have to survive
down.
the combat.
Oh,
And then if you take the deal, you go down a level, and then if you get knocked down to 0 hit points during that fight, you will stay at that reduced level all the way up until the time that the party levels up to their next level, in which case you will catch back up. However, if you do not get knocked to 0 HP during that fight, after that fight, you will immediately go up to 1 level above the party, and you will stay at that until the party gains the next level, and in which case they'll catch up. So there's some crazy things that we do like that. Anyway, do you want to take the deal?
Fuck it.
That's a yes.
I
So
need to stop taking the deal so I
Tom-
can actually tank. on
Tomer's
encounters.
taking the deal. Well, you can tank now. You can still tank.
No, the enemy has.
You can still tank.
I don't
Doesn't
think I've
mean he's
lost
gonna-
a single hit point in the last like 3 encounters. One
Well,
to the drag.
I guess you got to start rolling 69s, man.
I'm
The also the other counter to that is the players can make me roll if I do a bad joke or a pun or whatever, and if I roll within those ranges, they all automatically level up by 1 permanently. So, and that has happened once in the game.
Oh, I don't have any spell. Oh, go get this light.
All right, so
I still have-
continuing on.
I still
So
have
you've
weight on
taken the
hands,
deal
though.
for that. It is now the afternoon. As the afternoon wears on, I need perception checks from both of you.
wow. I went from a natural 1 to a natural 2.
Nice.
Rough D&D day. for me.
19.
19.
I rolled a 4, a 2,
Okay.
a 1, and an 18.
Once again, you stop Bjorn from tripping all over himself.
Completely out of character for who Bjorn is. This is absolutely unprecedented.
He's just so focused on his axe, right?
I guess.
As we're walking, I'll be like, put the axe away. For the love of God, we'll
That's
sharpen it.
fine.
Yeah, when you get an axe in the side of your neck, don't come crying to me.
I would never cry.
That's a lie.
Yeah. Hey, you know, you're kind of being an axhole right now.
I think it's time. For
Yeah, I gotta roll. I gotta.
Roll, bitch.
I think
I
it's
gotta
time
roll
for
for
us
that.
to bury the hatchet.
Ah! Roll, fucker.
Well, that was kind of close. 88.
Nah, that's not close enough.
When it comes to shitty puns, I always have the edge.
Roll again. Also, I did say you had to roll a second time, so.
I'm working on
He already has the deal.
Oh, 17.
17.
No.
You really need to sharpen your bits.
All right.
My bits.
No.
Comedy bits.
You're twig and berries. Okay.
Natural 4. I rolled below 5 on this too.
Yeah, give it back to Tomer. All right. So you carry on for the rest of the afternoon. Nothing of interest happens. However, as
93. You got it again.
you did, you can take the deal again and take another level dip if you so choose.
Tell me that level up twice?
Yeah. That means you would be level
Fuck!
16 if you don't go to 0. during the next combat encounter.
That seems like a pretty significant increase.
I mean, my health is at 108 right now.
That is a drastic level increase over
Let me just look at something real quick. Yeah, just see something.
All right, while you're thinking on that,
Yeah, continue the story. I'm just looking at some.
so
gonna like lose all your fucking paladin levels right now.
I did. If I
Yeah.
didn't heal the second time.
all right,
It's like you're not a paladin anymore. Sorry.
I mean, my health is still at 100.
all right, so
Fuck it. I'll take the deal a second time.
all right. Ooh, this is gonna be crazy. I love it.
I got 100
fucking
health
love
points, but I got a shit ton of healing potions, so we're good.
How do you still have healing potions? Are you not subtracting them from your?
No, I
inventory?
am. I gave some to Jen, but remember, I had a crap ton because we found some in the dungeon when we went back. I currently have 5 healing potions. I got 5 left.
That's crazy.
And I have 7 random ones, which some are climbing, 2 are growth, 1 is heroism.
We haven't gotten any healing potions in a long time.
Well, the thing is, I bought some when we were on Tomer's Pirate Adventure, and then I gave some to frickin' Persephone because she was going down in a frickin' fight.
Yeah.
And last fight. No, not the last fight. The fight before is when I gave it to him.
Potions were pretty rare earlier on.
Yeah, but now towards the end game, they're pretty popping up a lot.
I don't think so. Again, we haven't gotten any in a while.
Well, we found some like random potions, but I always check them out to see
They
if
weren't
they're-
healing.
Yeah, I know they weren't healing. I mean, I can check out to an extent because I do have brewer's tools, so I can understand a bit of it, but not all of it.
All right. Well, what encounter are we dying to today then?
Tarask!
Yeah.
Fuck!
You have all but sealed your fate, dying in the next combat.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, come on.
I wish I could get it just so I could make the monsters fucking target me for once.
Okay, so as you are continuing on, when the evening comes about,
Or I'll pick a fight with the next
Yeah.
bear or something we see so that we
I will-
immediately win the next encounter.
I will once again require perception
Oh,
check.
fuck.
How bad can a third roll be?
Oh,
At
nat
least it was above 10.
20 for 22.
All right, well, 19.
Yeah, so we'll see whatever
Okay.
the fuck's coming our way.
So, as you guys are looking at, and I gotta pull this up. As you guys are looking
Pull up.
in the distance, continuing southwest, you notice that there seems to be a change in the terrain, slightly. You have never been this far to the southwest portion
Yeah,
of TOGG.
no.
You mostly remained in the eastern edges of the Badlands portion of it.
Yeah, the coarse,
Yep.
rough area
Mhm.
is my bread and butter.
Exactly. And let me find the maps, please. Maps.
Find a
Maps.
map, find a map,
Map,
find a
map,
map,
map.
find a map, find a map.
Right. And
With arms wide open.
okay, let's see here. So this, make this big so I can show this to you
But
guys.
he's already big.
So here's the map. Okay, and then
Oh, it's so nice not having to look upside down or look that way.
Mhm.
Jesus.
So here's the map.
Yeah.
Okay? You guys are now down this way. Okay. And as you're coming down this way, which I know, sorry, viewers, that you cannot see this.
They
but
can't
you-
see that?
No, they can't see that.
Okay.
It messes up the
Um,
screen
Oh,
sometimes.
I see.
But you are down to the southwest.
Okay.
You're in the foothills still of the mountains, but as you look, you start to see off in the distance
Mhm.
some greenery.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And this is a lot more than you normally expect when you've been traveling through TOGG. And you think you see, as evening is getting a little bit later and the sun's starting to go down, you think you actually see, is that like a waterfall coming down
Ooh, I
from
don't
the
like
mountains?
that.
And that's what you notice.
Since it is getting towards nighttime, I would like.
Do I see that as well?
Yes, you do. You both do. It looks pretty big, but it's kind of like on the edges of your vision on the horizon. You can see a decent ways from where you're at.
Finally, some water and green again. I quicken my pace.
I will follow behind, but I'll still stay alert to make sure nothing's gonna pop out of the water. Some shit.
Okay. All right.
I mean, we just dealt with cave hags. I'm surprised nothing at this point will pop out of fucking anything.
But that is kind of what you see in the distance.
Now we get to deal with the waterfall troll.
Fuck off.
All right. So
Look, Ma, a toy. Come here.
so
Presto, 57 trolls.
Fuck off.
A family reunion. They were having a crawfish boil. Bunch of hillbilly trolls.
you continue to make your way
I Cletus.
in that direction.
Yeah, Bill Bob.
Got us a couple of city slickers over here.
What you
All right.
running on? Mustard or ketchup? Mighty
All right.
fine utensils there.
I love the SpongeBob movie.
All right. So
So we're heading to the waterfall.
I am gonna keep vigilance to see if anything's gonna pop out. If you need me to roll anything for that, just let me know.
I'll roll, but I won't succeed.
All right. Hey.
Pray we don't get into any significant
Junior
encounters.
Hellholes. Hey, thank you for being a wonderful bot for us. We appreciate you
Junior
being a
Hellholes.
bot, so
I
that
got a
I
little something
can
for you, pal.
so that I can report and block you.
That's called senior hellholes to you, bitch.
Where is it? Spam. And
And they really are desperate to get people on their fucking shitty website.
Mm-hmm.
Cheap viewers. Our viewers aren't cheap.
there we go. And blocked.
They require a lot of substance.
There we go. And then let us.
I forgot this could also be a D.
It just does this. You gotta roll both of them, but you.
There we go. And banned. Blocked and banned.
What'd you get?
Bye bye.
33.
All right. So
That's 3 away.
3 away from
From nothing.
lots of things. From 30. From 36.
2 numbers.
You drank the fizzy drink. You drink
All right.
fizzy liquid drink. You lose.
Wait, fizzy bubbly.
57.
All right. So
26.
That's 10 away.
all right.
I'm going to go this whole campaign without getting the 69.
Okay. So as you get closer and closer to the sun going down for good.
For good.
Well, for the night.
Eternal night.
Yes. Eventually, it gets to the point where you are at, the extreme end of twilight.
Mhm.
I hate
You
that
either
series.
need to set up camp, or push on, or what are you gonna
How
do?
far are we from that waterfall and greenery?
You're starting to see some greenery appearing close to where you're at. You're actually starting to see some trees that have leaves on them and stuff like that right near you, but you still think it's probably, the area is relatively flat here. You can see quite a distance, and
Nothing
you
to see
and you
coming.
and when you were in the foothills still a little bit, you were a little bit higher elevation. You could see quite a distance. So you still figure it's probably a good hour trek to get to maybe where the waterfall actually is, or
Oh, if it was only an hour.
it's up to you.
Is the water from this distance? Can we see that the waterfall's like there's a cliffside and then it goes up and then the waterfall's coming down? So like if we were to camp on the cliffside, we would only have to face one direction to protect ourselves. Like
Kind of hard to tell from here.
Okay.
I'd be wanting to get to that water source. I would advocate to push on.
I'm okay with
if
going
it's only an hour.
Yeah,
that's fine.
That's
hoof
your
it a little bit.
best estimate. In fact, I will say go ahead and give me a survival check to get
Okay.
a better feel for the travel time.
16.
16. Okay, that's enough. Yeah, you figure, 1 hour of trekking can get you to there, and you're with that survival check, you're able to figure out. Yeah, that waterfall is probably gonna go into a river that is gonna go out towards the coast, which, based on what you're seeing, and what of the continent, Tomer, you're figuring the coast is probably, only no more than like a week travel from where you're at right now. So that's probably a decent river that water, because that waterfall looks pretty damn big. So that's a lot of water flowing. So it's got to be going somewhere.
Okay.
See, finally, I feel gross.
We'll head towards the waterfall, and then I don't know if, I'm assuming it'd be a survival check to see if we can find an area near the waterfall to camp at, where we can at least have our backs covered but still have frontal face. Like, if we needed to scout out, we would only have to focus on one direction, not two, like front and behind us, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll for that.
Yeah, I'll let you roll. I had to check my dice to make sure there were actually any numbers above 10 because I rolled like 7 times in a row.
I got a 17 on survival.
Okay.
Just to get an idea of what we can do.
So yeah, when you get up close to the waterfall after an hour, it is now dark. However, someone roll a d6.
A D6. I'll roll the bullet one because all my dice are rolling bad anyway. Oh, this one's nice to me. I might keep that D6 around 6. Unless that was bad. This will be the only time a 6 is bad.
No,
Tarask.
So actually,
Beholder.
Actually,
oh, sorry, 2 Tarask.
that is a full moon. So you actually do have some decent light. Okay. And especially because you all have dark vision anyway, it wouldn't be that bad. But with the moonlight out and it's a relatively clear night, thanks to your 6 on the d6, yeah, you got a full moon, you got enough light. It makes it relatively easy. So for your check, you are able to, you now see there is a river, and that river is probably a good 100 feet wide at its narrowest. And this waterfall is huge. And as you were getting closer and closer, it was getting louder and louder. And yeah, this waterfall is making noise. It's loud. Right where you guys currently are at and where you can find some shelter, there's now lots of trees. You actually see it's a lot of deciduous trees. You don't really see any evergreens in this area, but a lot of deciduous trees through here. Very tropical looking in general. Some palms and some others that are in more tropical environments. But nice big leaves, good cover, lots of plants. It's almost jungle-like, but not quite as much of the undercover kind of flora. Not as much of that. There is some, but it is still relatively easy to walk through. Okay. And as you're coming up there, you can find good shelter, either under trees, or with some of the underbrush. Putting that together and using stuff like that, you can make yourself a good shelter. But this close to the river, you can hear the river flowing.
It masks
got
our
good
sound, and it also masks the sound of anything running up on us.
Yeah,
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Double
I
negative.
see you, Mr. D.
Yeah, it is the river itself. As you look, it is, because it is so wide. You can see, even in the moonlight here, you can see the flow of it. There's a lot of flow, but it is not very. There's not a lot of rapids. Okay, it's not like turbulent like rapids. It's relatively deep and wide. So it is.
Nice.
There's probably some strong current and good flow there, but it is.
I might get to
It
use
is
my
not like
class
a ton of
feature.
rapids. But the waterfall itself is very, very loud. and you know that, hey, if we got closer to it, it could, if we actually go up towards that, it's probably like deafeningly loud.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because even from this distance, which you figure you're probably a good couple 100 feet away from it, and with the trees and the vegetation and stuff here, that is giving you a little bit of sound dampening from this distance, that you can actually still talk to each other, but you do have to raise your voices a little bit.
Okay, I will start setting up camp then, if that's the case, and
Okay.
making sure we have decent.
All right.
Hey, finally!
Yep, and I got you guys all stuff to try.
Outstanding.
Fish cakes and butter dill sauce. I'm bringing them one at a time.
All right.
Thank you.
Don't worry
Hey.
about me. I had a cat put in today, so I'm not trying to eat too much.
Okay.
Root canal.
And look at this, Chef Logan bringing us some food. I love
Thanks. The quality is not verified, so taste test.
it. I will.
I did my best.
I will.
Don't put it. Don't.
But
eat it.
I'm probably not going to eat right now. So
Bjorn is gonna jump in the river.
okay.
And Bjorn's dead.
No. Did you know that Bjorn can swim, has a swim speed, can breathe underwater, and
What the fuck, is he a fish?
like I said,
What are you,
welcome
Aquaman?
to my class features that I never get to use.
Thank you.
What are you, fucking Aquaman over here, fucking diving into the shit?
All right, and let me get the dill sauce.
Storm Herald of the sea, you know that
That's
lightning.
that's fucking nuts.
I don't even know how I'm gonna flavor that. He doesn't have gills. Maybe I'll just do it like an air bubble that surrounds his head.
Fucking Harry Potter, that shit.
Butter dill sauce. Be careful with it. Spill it on the screen.
Everybody wants butter sauce.
All right.
Yeah. But Bjorn has a pretty good swim speed, and he's also pretty athletic, so I'm not real concerned with him getting yanked away.
All right.
Because you said it wasn't like a raging river.
Also, yes, the kitchen is a mess, and yes, I will.
No, that's fine.
I will be tending to it.
I figured you would.
And I just gotta get my charger, and we're all set.
Hmm.
Thoughts? Did you try it yet?
No, I thought
No.
you said wait.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm just making sure.
Yeah, and
Just wait.
Yeah, god damn it, Logan. Wait or try it.
No, I said just making sure.
all right.
Fucking guy.
And I will be ready in just a second. So
That means
you
we're gonna
choose to
fight
jump
something.
into the water.
Oh yeah. Bjorn's been trudging through the fucking sand and gross bullshit.
Got sand up his ass for
Outstanding.
weeks.
Outstanding.
And
All
he's
right.
a Tempest Herald of the sea, or whatever they're technically called. He loves the water.
Storm Herald.
Storm Herald.
All right, time to see if Chef Logan gave anyone food poisoning.
Oh god.
Good luck, Godspeed.
All right, I did a sample. Just I'll eat the rest later, but
Thoughts? Did you try
I'm
with
good.
the sauce?
no, because I'm trying to go game.
How dare you?
Game. Which reminds me. Please, I will let you redo it. Please introduce your character.
Me?
Yes.
Hi, my character is Leon Palance, a half-elf swords bard, level 14. He used to be a spy/vigilante, and now he's a badass.
That'd be a papa too.
That too. Mm. That's pretty
Okay,
good.
now if I
What do
can
you think?
find.
Nice work.
Yeah. Now if I can find the question again. Ah, there it is. So, Leon. And this is in character. Leon.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody, an NPC that you met during the campaign, or someone from your backstory, etc., that your character trusts or loves,
Mhm.
asked you to do something against the party's best interests, who would you side with, and who is that character?
A tough one.
Yeah.
It is. I'll let you think about that for just a little bit while I continue on with the description, and I will fill you in as to where we are. As
Did
well.
you say the question one more time?
Yes. If Leon, if somebody that you love or trust, from your backstory or an NPC or something like that, asks you to do something that is against the party's best interests, who would you side with? That person or the party, and who is that person?
All right, yeah, I'll think on it.
All right. Also, to fill you in on where you're at, you guys have been traveling. You left the Hag's Lair after spending a long rest in there, recovering, looting it, etc., and waiting out the storm. You then continued to travel southwest. The evening of that first day, as you were traveling, Tomer and Bjorn noticed, hey, look, that looks like some greenery off in the distance on the horizon, and it kind of looks like a waterfall. It's hard to tell from this distance, but that kind of looks like a waterfall. And you guys continued on your way towards there, and eventually you got close enough, and it was like, yeah, that's definitely a waterfall. And Bjorn, did a little survival checking and said, you know what? We're probably only about an hour away from whatever river that's feeding into and all that greenery. Why don't we move into that? And that might be a better area to find shelter and stuff for the night. And luckily, there's a full moon out tonight, which helps in your ability, even though now it is, the sun is fully set and it's gotten dark, but full moon came up, so you have enough light. You guys were able to, set up shelter, which is what you're in the process of doing right now. Except for Bjorn, who just decided to jump into the fucking
You're
river.
forgetting one other teensy little detail.
No.
By the way,
That's the best detail right there.
No. Oscar rolled within the
Oh, yeah.
parameters twice,
Oh.
back to back.
And he did accept the deal
Level
twice.
12.
So he's level 12 for the next
So
encounter.
tank 2, and if he dies, he stays -2.
I got healing potions. It's fine.
All right,
What
so
happens? Does he go to 16 if he succeeds?
Yeah.
he does.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
That's fucking dumb,
That's
right?
what I said. That's a little much in terms of a
It's
gap.
crazy, but it happens. All right.
You have guaranteed your character's death in the next encounter.
Oh, I'm gunning for you. That's for sure. All right. So, you guys are setting up camp while Bjorn decides to jump into the river.
It's a river.
It is a river that is 100 feet wide at
He's
its
not swimming
narrowest.
100 feet out.
It's 100 feet wide at its narrowest.
Hey, he's just on the bank.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And I have described it as probably having a strong current. Not rapids, but a strong
Okay,
current.
see, you said it wasn't like a raging river.
It's not,
so-
well, it's
okay.
not rapids, is what I was trying to get at. You don't like see like stones in there
Does it
causing
just
like
go
crazy
from
rapids.
shore to 10 feet deep or something, or is
I don't
it
know,
not
you gotta check.
wadeable? I walked in.
Okay, so you just walk into the
Yeah.
river a little. Okay, so
I
As
said
you get-
jump as an exaggeration.
Okay.
Like, oh yeah,
as you get
I'm gonna make sure the cats don't eat the
I'm
remainder.
gonna go jump in the
Okay,
shower real quickly.
Good
Like
call.
you don't actually jump
Yeah.
into your shower.
yes, what, you don't.
No.
So
It
as
busts
you-
my ass.
As you step in, it from the shore.
It's like Godzilla walks into it.
No,
just head
From-
underwater.
From the shore, your first step is shaboom, all the way right to your knees.
Mhm.
Because it's like a little bit of a lip. It's not like a nice gradual bank. So it steps in at your knees right away, right from stepping off the shore. And you can already feel that there's a little bit of a pull from the current. It's nothing you can't handle right now, but it's definitely, there's some strength there to that current.
Okay, then he would probably know not to swim too far out,
Okay.
if at all.
Okay.
And he would go to probably waist height, maybe a little bit more.
Okay.
Than,
Once you get to waist height, go ahead and give me we'll call it strength athletics.
Athletics, if you will.
Okay, 26.
Oh yeah, you're easily able to fight against it, but it's definitely pretty strong, and you feel like, okay, if I went out, too much deeper, if I started to get to like chest height,
To be a little harder.
it'd be difficult for sure to.
Well, at that
to
point,
stay
he'd just
there.
get knocked over anyway. I mean, you're not.
Maybe.
Gonna be
I mean,
able to
you-
anchor yourself.
Well, you might be able to, but only because you're so strong and sturdy. But even so, it would be a challenge for you.
Mhm.
At waist height, you're okay right now, but
Are there not any rocks or anything that I can kind of?
not really.
Okay.
Not really. I mean, it's a strong current, so it's pretty pretty swift.
All right,
current.
well then he won't go too far past that.
Okay, but yeah, up to your waist, you're feeling like, yeah, I can handle this.
Kind of briefly submerge himself, splash water, and say, get cleaner than he has been. He enjoys the water.
Okay, good. So yeah, you kind of take a bath, if you will,
Yeah.
in this site, and it does help. You actually feel a little refreshed. I mean, it's actually pretty clear, cool water, and in fact, right here,
I feel incredible.
yeah, and from here, right here at this depth, where you're at, just kind of at your waist, it's clear enough that you can see the bottom, and there are rocks, but nothing really big, and they're clearly very smooth because of all the flowing water. I mean, it's like rounded the edges and over time, so that you got like sand and pebbles sizes, and then you have some that are a little bit bigger here and there, but nothing really big. And then you can see there are some waterborne plants that are kind of sticking up out of that, and you actually do see like a couple small fish kind of swimming in and about against the current. Nothing big, nothing really big enough to be considered edible, but little like minnows, kind of things like that, swimming.
Fish.
Little fishies. But that's what you see. And yeah, it feels refreshing. Definitely feels refreshing.
Magnificent.
But that's where you're at.
Stupendous.
Okay. The rest of you setting up camp.
Yes, sir, Captain.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it takes you a good half an hour, 45 minutes or so to get the camp really situated. Are you setting a fire too, or?
Yeah, I'll set a small fire.
All right, so you got a small fire, so if you want, you can cook. You still have plenty of dragon meat, some smoked, some not. You kept some that wasn't,
After
wasn't actually.
days, that'd probably be rancid.
It hasn't been super long,
That's fine. The drinks are fine.
but you guys, yeah,
According to
Drake.
Logan.
The drakes. That's right. I forgot about that. They're not steaks. They're drakes.
I would rate the fish cakes, the fakes,
Mm-hmm.
a 6 out of 10, probably.
I think they're good.
What would you rate them?
Delicious. I like it.
What out of 10?
I don't know. We'll deal with that after the stream.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's what you see. And have you thought about your answer yet?
So I have to be in character. So
Yes.
if there was one person that I would trust to go against the will of the party, it would be my mentor, Thankful. He taught me everything I know, and I'm sure that if he had anything that he had wanted to do that ended up being against what the party would want, I'm confident he would have a good reason.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. So there we go. Let's back up. So you guys get camp set up, and after a little while, a Bjorn who doesn't smell as bad.
Bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
You smelled like shit before.
yeah, you guys have been, roughing it for a while in the wilderness.
Hot ass.
You all stink.
Yeah, about to say.
Except
what
you
are
don't smell
talking
as bad.
about? I'm the only one who was paid there.
No, you smell like wet dog.
That's pretty.
He probably
funny.
does. Which is
The
still not
hair,
as
yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
But
Does that.
you saunter back into camp, and
Super
you guys are
creepy.
now here for the night. Who's taking what watch?
I'll take the first one.
Then Bjorn will sleep.
I will take the second watch then.
All right.
I will awake if I'm woken.
So you gonna wake him up for third watch?
Yeah.
All right. So first watch, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Dirty 20.
So during your watch, it's pretty uneventful. Other than a little bit of snoring that is surprisingly loud enough that you can hear it over the waterfall in the distance. and you glance over, and Persephone is just sawing logs really loud. Right? You don't know, maybe she's got some sinus thing going on or something, but yeah, she's loud. It's like, damn, girl. But other than that, nothing really happens.
Okay, I'll wake up the next one, but
All right.
I will stay up a little bit just to do my prayers and my routine like I've been doing the last couple of nights.
Okay.
All right. Now I have
Go
my
ahead and give me
question.
a wisdom save.
Come on, wisdom. Oh, not bad. 17.
Okay. Add one more point.
Okay.
Say okay.
Great. Leon.
Okay.
Leon,
Mhm.
your perception check for your watch.
I have a watch now. That's fucking sick. Is it Rolex?
No, it's actually a Folex.
Timex.
Takes a licking and keeps on ticking.
Jesus.
16.
All right. So, with that 16, again, it's really hard to hear anything because of the waterfall, and you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. It's actually a pretty nice evening.
Okay.
That's the end of your watch. Do you wake up Bjorn?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Get your ass up.
15.
All right. Again, nothing much on your
I'm
watch.
finishing my axe sharpening.
Okay, nothing much on your watch. All right. So, eventually, as your watch comes to a close, you go to wake up everyone else for the morning, or
Yeah.
you're just letting them sleep in and wake up on their own, or how you doing it?
Walks up.
Wake me up. Wake me up. I can't wake
I'd
up.
probably try to find some food or something and get that started.
Get that
in which
started?
case, I would walk away from the camp briefly while they were sleeping.
Okay, So, you walk away from the camp.
Oh, you just want chaos at this point.
There's a. By the way, there's a guy who's 2 levels lower than everyone else right
Mhm.
now, in case he wanted to get the jump.
So,
Do you need this?
That was on the seat when I was sitting here, so I don't know if that's Zach or Jones.
so
I pass a group of bandits.
I
and
need
like,
both
he's
of
over
you
there.
to give me perception checks.
16.
How does a 31 sound?
God
Okay.
What the fuck?
So,
31.
Man,
Well,
sleeps
then
with
that's
one
fine.
eye open. He's like, I see everything.
so you
Holy shit.
you wake up and you're like, oh, that was a good night's sleep. And you stretch a little bit. And then
2 Tarasks.
you hear a little bit of rustling in probably about 30 feet away in some bushes.
I guess I'm gonna investigate, but
Okay. So
Go ahead.
as you stand up,
Mhm.
I need a dexterity save.
I was about to say I was gonna stealth.
Well, no, I need a dexterity save.
Not before your deck save, you're not.
How dare you have autonomy, Logan? You must save or suck.
Save or suffer.
Save or suck dick. Okay, 24.
Okay. So between your perception check and your dex save, as you go to stand up, you realize your shoes are tied together.
Is it goblets?
For why?
You just notice it, which because as you're trying to stand up, you manage to catch yourself instead of falling back on your ass,
The
and you go,
shoelace
"What the
knows
fuck?"
They're
And
back.
your shoes are tied together.
I'm gonna untie.
You're gonna untie. Okay, so you untie your shoes. Okay.
Cool. For why?
And he took that personally. Oh, you're just gonna untie your shoes then, huh? That right?
Huh?
I guess
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Big man now?
Yes.
Big man? You think you're a big man on campus?
Yeah.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
Okay.
Is he still gathering food or?
He went off to look for food.
Yeah, if there's any tiny wildlife or anything I can hunt while I'm
Go ahead and give me a survival check.
I'm gonna roll on D&D Beyond.
That's fine.
I would. At this point, I'm gonna wake up.
Oh, no one's woken you up yet.
17.
Oh, what the fuck?
17.
17.
Outlander says I can find food and water though.
Yep. And
I think I found the water.
It takes you about, yeah, you found the water pretty good.
Yeah.
It takes you about 30 minutes, but you actually find what looks like some kind of banana-like fruit in some trees that are probably a good 100 feet away from the camp.
It's called a bonono.
And you get some of those. You gather some of those up, and now you are starting to walk back to camp. Okay, so and you got a nice, like, good bushel worth of that, like a bunch or two, enough that, hey, this will be good for some breakfast.
Hell yeah.
Bonono.
Mhm.
Have you verified that they're not poisoned?
I would, but
We'll
I'm
fix it in post as I eat one.
Okay,
Roll 13 con saves and a dex save.
what are you doing?
B. Bonono. B-A-N-O-N-O.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna eat the bonono.
He's not there yet. He's
How'd
walking
he get
back. He's walking back.
Okay, I'm not.
Took him 30 minutes
There could go 100 feet?
to find something
Oh.
and then to gather it.
Okay, I suppose I'm going to turn. Look at tomato.
Tomer tomato, apparently you're a tomato now.
Tomato.
So you're gonna wake him up?
Maybe.
Gonna wake his ass up? You do now wake up.
Thank God, I was scared.
What
So
of the,
you get woken up.
Oh, me being 2 levels below, and your dad's like, "You don't wake up." Fuck.
You were killed by the shoelace bandits.
I'll get up and I'll start stretching.
You get up. You start stretching. Give me a deck save.
Mm.
Can I use my reaction to try and catch him or something?
The
Well, so
shoelace is around your neck and you feel like you woke up just in time.
No, that's fine.
Say the math-
19?
math should
Because
be
I have
that
plus
hard.
6.
Okay. So
12 plus 6.
12
So
plus
you-
6 is
you
18.
18, my bad.
you start going to stand up, and because Leon is right there, he kind of reaches out and puts his hand on your shoulder before you get up too far, and you go, "What the?" And then you notice, oh shit,
Who the fuck?
my shoes are tied together.
Who the fuck did this shit? Huh?
I have no idea. I honestly can't imagine it would be beyond.
I'd like to fix my shoes, please.
Yeah, you do.
I don't see him.
I don't
doing
think
it.
he's that smart.
Okay, give him a little credit.
I'm giving him credit. He's great at fighting. He's great at lasting and getting the final
I
kill.
don't think he's
Doing
smart
it-
enough to tie his shoes.
No, to do a prank like this, you're not a prank person. From what we've dealt with, you're more of like, what's that big thing over there? I want to kill it.
I mean, that could be considered a prank. A
Get
prank on
pranked,
all the
bro.
teammates because they have to fucking deal with that.
Does it look like something's come through the camp? Besides normally us?
Give me a perception check.
Hey, you guys just
I
woke up
shall
and I'm not
too.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would assume you went to go get something. You always like to gather food and stuff.
Would you assume that with all the shit that's happened?
Yes.
With the amount of times we've had camps together and you like
Last time someone
he
went out
likes-
to gather food, they got kidnapped by orcs. Would you assume?
Well, you know,
that
Tomer, he likes to make assumptions.
Yeah.
And when you make an assumption, you make an ass out of you and umption. Umption's one bad motherfucker.
I got 15.
I got an 18.
Okay. You look down, Leon,
Mm-hmm.
and you see what almost look like tiny little footprints in the dirt.
No one in the world. I think a mouse came over and tied our shoes. Little mouse guy.
It's the shoelace goblins.
Shoelace guy.
Mm,
Shoelace gnomes.
You think Bjorn is out gathering food or something?
oh. I have something that I want to do. I would like, since he pointed out the small footprints, I would
Oh,
like
he can use his like
grim psychometry on it.
his
Okay.
past vision. Woo!
And
Hindsight really is
I-
2020.
Shut up, David. Shut the hell up.
I have a superpower. It's called looking into the past. Daniel, Oscar. That's called memory.
5 minutes ago, you
Five.
said this thing.
With a power like that, surely you can look into the future.
So I have to make a history check.
Mm-hmm.
The power to know what happened in the past.
18.
The power to prepare for future
Okay.
events by being prepared.
And what does grim psychometry tell you?
For being
I was just
mindful.
there. Give me a second.
Psychometrics grimly.
I just see geometry flying everywhere.
The train is going to arrive at noon today.
When making an
You see the
intelligence
future?
check,
I look
aka
at the
history
future.
check, to recall information about a sinister or tragic history of an object you've touched or your current location and have an advantage on the roll.
Okay. You don't get anything tragic or sinister.
No fucks, just
Oh, that's pretty sinister.
I got nothing. So we either one wait for Bjorn to come back because I'm assuming he went to go kill something, and then go follow these tracks.
Okay, but what if he didn't go to kill something?
Can I make an investigation check to see if I see big footprints going a different direction?
Metagaming aside, you are probably would be very confident that he is a very loud fighter. Everything he does is loud.
Mhm.
If something were trying to take him on by force, you're
Okay, but you were the last watch. What if some little
maybe
fucking
you just
shoelace tying goblin went up to you and just pricked you with a sleep dart or something? And
Maybe.
just dragged you away.
that's a fair, you know.
But then
We did literally deal with
see if I see
hags,
his
like-
tracks
That's
going
true.
a different direction.
There are
Anything could happen.
I was trying to explain the meta.
Hags, dragons, worms.
I got a
shoeless goblins.
13.
Okay. It's not that difficult, actually. You do see, it looks like he was clearly sitting on like a log that you guys had kind of pulled over to be near the campfire as a bench. So you kind of see, oh yeah, there's his footprints, and then you see them kind of heading off towards the west, basically like along the bank of the river.
So he went west, and off of what Leon pointed out, which way are the footprints heading towards?
Northeast-ish.
The tiny one.
So
And
Bjorn
that's
went,
also the direction where you saw the little bit of movement in the bushes.
so Bjorn went
Those little rat bastards.
east. These little fuckers went northwest.
No, he went
Yeah.
west. They went
Oh.
northeast.
Reverse.
Close enough.
So we can go towards Bjorn's direction and then go back the other way to see what the little fuckers are. You want to do that? I feel safer because above table, it's only 3 of us. I don't feel safe fighting 2 versus a
That's
goblin.
metagaming.
I said above table, fucker.
You do have 3 NPCs with you.
They ain't doing shit.
That's a lie. They proved their worth last session.
The
I was
healers
talking about-
also
oh, no.
disappeared.
I was talking about Persephone and Gold, not the other 3 guys that are with us. Those guys.
Oh yeah, because Persephone and Gold are 3 NPCs. Yeah.
Spook him even
That's why
harder.
the math is off.
The shoelace gnomes stole the healer as well. They kidnapped him.
All right, now I'm gonna get on Cassiopeia and just
No heal
to
bot for
Bjorn.
you.
Like in the direction he went and see if I can.
I'll
Find
wake up the other NPCs and I'll check if their shoelaces are tied too.
They are.
I'll wake them up and be like, be careful getting up. Something is trying to pull a prank, and I'll let them know about their shoelaces.
As soon as you get up in the air and move like 20 feet, because you're
Mhm.
up above the trees that are there, you see Bjorn walking back with a whole bunch of what look like bananas.
Bananas.
Looking like Baloo from fucking Jungle Book.
Bro,
I see him pretty much immediately.
Yeah, he's, about, he's only about 60 feet now from camp. on his way
Yeah,
back.
no, I see him pretty much immediately, and I'm just like, man, I love having a flying horse. Underrated. Incredibly useful. Yeah, so I'm just gonna. What you got there?
bananas. Here, have some.
And he takes one. He's like, it looks like a banana, but not quite.
What do you mean?
It's almost a banana.
Mm-hmm. It's almost.
We'll call it
It's blue though.
We'll call it a banana.
I'm not calling it.
What kind of bananas have you seen that are blue?
I'm calling it food. That's it.
I don't know. I guess. I guess
It's a-
I guess
said
you're
you-
right. Most of them have been yellow and green.
You said you ate one, right?
Yeah.
It's weird. Tastes like vanilla ice cream.
That's badass.
Oh, it's a banana.
Never mind, you're not getting any. If it tasted like vanilla ice cream, the rest of those bananas are gone.
Man, fuck you.
I'm kidding.
I'm hungry. And I've had enough drinks to last me a lifetime. I want some bananas.
While I'm waiting at campsite, I'll just start eating some of my personal rations
Okay.
while I'm waiting.
All right.
All right.
That's hype as fuck.
So
I'm gonna head back.
okay,
These things are fantastic.
you head back. Bjorn is not too far. I mean, doesn't take that long to go 60 feet. So
I mean, also, if I just take him on the horse.
I know, but even so, you guys are back, and Tomer has woken up the rest of the group, and they are in the process of untying their shoes.
What's wrong with you guys? Why do you guys tie your shoes all together?
No,
I didn't do it.
there's a little shit or something.
I watched all the rest of the night. I didn't see anything.
You probably didn't watch good enough. Someone snuck in here and tied all our shoes up.
I think I would have noticed if someone was over here tying shoes. That's not exactly a lightning fast process.
They were tiny footprints.
I'll point at the tiny footprints on the ground.
The
Mini warrior.
You cannot deny the proof that is evidently there.
They must have come after I left. I wasn't even gone that long. They must have been waiting in ambush. We should teach them a lesson.
Well, we can follow the tracks now that everybody's up and ready to go.
That sounds like a plan.
All right, who's gonna take the lead? Because
I will.
All right, follow the small footprints.
Y'all
big
blame
guy.
me for failing my watch.
I didn't say anything.
No one said you failed your
But-
watch. I'm just saying someone snuck in here while you were on your watch.
No, because nobody's shoes were getting tied. They snuck in after I left for food. They were very quick. They were watching. They were waiting. An ambush.
It was small soldiers. It
I loved that movie.
was such a good
So
movie.
you're attempting to track the tracks.
I'll let the big guy because he's a bit better at tracking than I am for the small footprints.
I'm just
You're
following
the big
the
guy.
little tracks that were
Survival check.
okay. Big money, 22.
Okay. It's actually not too hard. It's not. It looks like whatever left these,
Careless.
whatever left whatever left these tracks was not good at hiding their tracks.
Amateurs.
And as you are kind of following these tracks,
Gonna fucking
you're
grab it. It's gonna make the
you're
squeaky
moving,
sound.
and you get to about 60 feet away from camp, and you notice there's now a couple sets of those tracks, and they're all moving in that northeast direction. And you get about another 60 feet, and it's like two more sets of those tracks. So now there's 4 sets of tracks, and they're all moving in that northeast direction. And you keep following them, and now you've all moved away from camp. And
I would not have left anything of importance, mind you, after that first time.
no, that's fine.
I'm just making that clear so it doesn't bite us in the
Oh
ass.
no, I thought
again.
we packed up and then followed.
Yeah.
And that's fine. You
Yeah.
can have packed up first. But you're all moving in that direction. And eventually, as you get a little bit farther, you now figure you've been following these tracks for probably a good 10 minutes. And kind of stopping and looking at them for a second. Now, okay, moving
waiting
up.
for the-
So you've got a little ways away.
I have constitution for days, you little shit.
You don't speak for all of us.
you-
Fire him. He's really prone to
Don't be
it.
you,
My con's a +10. Just fire it in my head. You'll have way better luck.
About that. +3 con saving throw. It's okay.
you now are probably, like I said, about 10 minutes of tracking away from the campsite, and I need everyone to make perception checks.
Everyone's making perception
Everybody
checks.
make perception check.
Catch you betcha.
In fucking train. 11.
18.
18 as well.
Hey.
Hey.
What'd you get?
11.
All right. So 2 18s and 11. All right. So Tomer and Leon.
That was beautiful.
Gnarly.
As
This guy fucks.
Bjorn's kind of leading you with these tracks, you guys notice that all of a sudden there's a bush about 30 feet
I
away
hate
from
this
you.
beer.
And as you've moved away from the river and the waterfall, the noise has lessened a little bit, and you just think you catch on the edges of your hearing, just like barely audible, like a little.
That was so funny.
Shane Light. I'm kidding.
Finger of death.
That one's just like a little pair of shoes left.
Persephone's like, napalm.
Ultimate power.
I get a 3 kill streak.
One
you call it a
fireball,
predator
2
missile?
fireball, 7 fireball, 8. No.
Come on, use the blow dart.
I'm gonna fucking attempt to find like a spot to obscure myself and then hide and stealth over.
Okay, so you're attempting to stealth. What are you doing, Tomer?
I'll follow his lead because I don't know what the fuck we're up against, so might as well.
Wait, what are you guys doing?
We're gonna
Stealth.
sneak up on these little fuckers that snuck up on us.
Wait, you see them?
No,
We hear them.
Yes, maybe.
Where?
I don't fucking know.
26.
You don't know.
Okay.
How do you do it to hide from them?
25.
24. 23. 22.
Okay.
You know, it's funnier than
So-
24.
You had 23,
6.
26.
25.
And are you stealthing?
No.
All right, I didn't think so.
He's a big bitch.
So you're just gonna
God.
just walk over there?
They didn't even tell me what they said they hear them. I'm like, where?
Yeah. Okay. So they
straight
didn't.
ahead.
Okay, I didn't hear you say that.
So you're just walking straight ahead.
Oh yeah, I'm just. I'm gonna walk into every single one of their traps.
Okay. So
It's just tripwire. You just break it.
you walk straight ahead, and
It's toothpicks with like.
as you do, I needed a dexterity save
Yep.
from you.
I called it.
I already said I
They're
do.
like- They're like the fucking Ewoks,
they're
but tinier.
pranksters. Do I get advantage?
Call them the tiny walks.
You don't see this coming.
Ewoks.
Okay.
The twats. The twats. We'll call them the twats.
10.
Okay. As you two are trying to stealth around, you see Bjorn just typical Bjorn, just walking straight, walking through, and all of a sudden you see him be walking, and then all of a sudden, and you fall straight on your face, and
Bungee trap, like in Vietnam.
you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground pretty hard. And what's worse is that you land face first in a pile of something's shit. You don't know what, but there is a large pile, and it's big enough. It looks like whatever caused you to trip, and this pile of shit, it was obviously planned, and it wasn't planned for any specific height. If someone was short or someone was tall, their face was going to end up in this because of how big it is.
They have guaranteed all of their deaths.
As you land
just
face
got
first
clean.
in just like a pile of shit, and it's from your head down to like middle chest. That's
Oh,
how
yeah,
big
no.
it is.
My boy.
And now you hear giggling ahead of you about 15 feet ahead. You guys at the same time are getting close to there. And when you get up there, you see 4 tiny little creatures, probably about that big, wearing varying shades of brown and green. And they are all just kind of laughing their ass off
Ewoks.
until they see you standing above them. And then
Little thing.
at that moment, all 4 of them go and collapse to the ground.
I would like to grapple one with my face.
Yeah, no. At this point, Bjorn is going to be climbing his way out of the fucking hole.
Well, you're not in a hole. Usually you tripped. It
well,
was
then even
there was
faster.
a tripwire, and
You
you
literally
Yeah.
ate shit.
Yeah, Bjorn would be up then. Do I see them?
Mhm.
I'm going to go over and I'm going to grab one of them.
Okay, so you stand up and you're gonna walk towards them.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
deck save.
Yep. Deck save.
Surely. Actually, no. You know what? He's pissed. I would not argue for
That's
Mhm.
funny
Sir.
because you landed in a pile of piss.
No.
There's been a second tripwire.
Sir.
it.
That's
17.
fully cleared.
A 17 didn't pass.
Oh no, this is what they're good at.
Let me get a blanket. 'Cause I'm...
I can't roll too much
That's what I
better than
minded.
that.
No,
That's not
you
my
missed it by one.
Okay.
I'm picky,
As-
and you're gonna
as you
deal
step
with
now-
it. Bitch. I am a bitch. I'm the biggest bitch.
You
there
get
is.
past the pile of shit. You step, and just before you
See if
get
I
to the bush,
Eat one of these.
you step on something that comes up and hits you square in the balls. And you get hit in the beans. Bjorn's beans get smacked by a stick, and you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage straight to the nuts.
Ow.
Tomer, you and Leon, as this happens, and Bjorn goes, oh! It gets hit in the beans. All 4 of these on the ground creatures, before you have a chance to grab them, they're like, and then you're...
Oh no. No, he's pissed. I'm gonna grab 2 of them.
Bjorn
Okay.
is so angry. He is so
Oh, I
mad.
can imagine. You're
In fact,
covered in shit, and you got hit in the balls.
I'm going to activate rage because it's funny to me.
Just
And you now have 2 of these things in your hand. They're, I mean, like I said, they're about like that big. So, and you got 2 of them, and they're both like limp. And they're
I'm gonna take some of. Are they big enough that I can hold both of them in one hand, like
no.
off their clothes? Like,
Well, maybe. I mean, yeah, you could like grab a foot from each one of them and hold.
that works.
Yeah.
I'll grab a foot from each one of them, and I'm like, oh, they're dead. That's so sad. Maybe we can eat them later.
Maybe we can eat them now. Actually, maybe we can eat them now.
Inspiration. And yes, sir. And on hearing that,
God, that was fucking priceless.
okay, on hearing that,
That was
The,
very
uh,
funny.
the 2 that are still on the ground.
Do I get to them by now, or am I?
Oh no, you're now standing over them with all 3 of you are basically standing around this bush that they were just kind of hiding partially behind.
I'm raging, and I have 2 of them in a death grip.
No, you haven't grabbed them yet.
Okay, I'm
He has
reaching
2.
for them.
Yeah,
You're
I
reaching.
have-
There's 4, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Logan has 1. I have 2 of them, and you can grab the last.
Oh yeah, I'm grabbing the last one. Then.
Okay. Well, the one that's on the ground then is
And you see the
As
hyper
soon as-
detailed, super
yeah.
muscular hand coming.
as soon as he says that, the one on the ground, it's like eyes snap open and it goes "Ah!" as your hand comes down and grabs
Just
it.
makes a cage.
And it says, don't eat us, don't eat us, don't eat us. And the others are like, shh, shh, shh. I mean,
What in the fuck did I miss?
a lot.
He got hit in the balls and it was perfect. I was like, maybe we should eat him. And then Bjorn's like, that's okay. Peak quad
And
comedy right
so
there.
now you're holding one, he's holding 2, and he's got one. And the one that he picked up when Tomer said, maybe we should eat them later. That one, it's like eyes popped open just as as Bjorn was about to grab it. And he's like, ah! And he's like, no, don't eat us, don't eat us. And the others are like,
What are you?
I'm not alive.
Bjorn is shifting at this point. He's getting ready to take a bite out of this one.
What are you? I shake the guy a little bit.
Like, ow! Fine, whatever. Stop it. What do you mean? What are we? Don't eat us.
I've never seen anything like you. What are you?
Roll history.
I love history. Remember the Alamo.
I wonder if they survive in a bag of holding as I grab the 2 that are in my hand and start putting them towards the bag of holding. See if they'll
How
wake
does
up.
a 22 sound?
These are brownies.
Fucking brownies.
What's a brownie? Is what do you
I
make
think
with
you could call him that.
chocolate and stuff?
These are called brownies.
They're like little- they're like
what
little
you
fuckheads.
know is these are small, bordering on tiny
Mhm.
fey creatures. They're kind of like pranksters. They like to do a little bit of pranking, but in general they are good. They're just very chaotic creatures in general, but they are good. They like pranks as long as they're not physically too damaging. I mean, occasionally, slapstick comedy, some,
Kick in the nads.
kick in the nads, toilet humor, tied shoes,
What makes them any different from a boggle?
Um,
The name.
because they're actually good, and when that when caught, like actually caught, they'll own up to it. And the stories that you've heard as a bard are that they typically will make up for any slights that they have caused. If the people are not good natured about the pranks,
Mhm.
they that they seem to usually feel bad about it and will make up for it. If the people are good natured about it and just let it slide off their back, then it's all good fun and good laugh. But they do have a conscience. They're just kind of chaotic creatures in general.
Bjorn, caution yourself.
Like he's got his like the fangs are either
And the one in your hand is like literally like,
he's getting ready to bite part of his face off, and you stop me.
We may yet gain compensation aside from eating them.
I kind of glare at him. I just squeeze him again, make his eyes pop
You
a little bit.
what's your strength?
Oh, you're just gonna
18.
kill one.
18. Okay, so he's like, ow! Definitely hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it's. You actually hear a crunch.
Didn't have to do that.
Bjorn has been made a fool of.
Listen, I'm
Look,
gonna
that
hold up
happens
the
every
2 that I'm holding. I'm like,
What?
listen,
They're both
That happens
still
every
playing dead.
I know.
if you don't wake up in 5 seconds,
It's very funny
you'll be
to
the
me
next
as a
ones to get
player.
crushed. 5, 4,
You see one
Bjorn
of them
has an
upside
ego,
down, elbows the other one. Wake up, idiot!
3.
And the other one's okay, fine.
Got him.
All right, you've caused us a great deal of trouble. Make up for it.
Straight to business.
The one that you're holding
Mhm.
says, "Only if you put us down, please.
Okay.
Especially
Bjorn,
friend.
relax the hand.
I'm gonna hold on to you because as they put theirs down, I have to make sure that they're not just gonna bolt as soon as that happens.
no, you caught us."
I was like, I will find you.
I'm gonna insight.
Okay.
I should drop him in the poop trap.
I was thinking that.
Let's see. That's gonna be a 22.
Okay.
Which one do you do?
Seems like it's telling the truth as far as you can tell.
All right, and I put him down.
Bjorn just.
And that one like tries to catch the other one, and they both end up on their asses. But the one is like gripping its arm. It's like,
I was like, you know what,
And I didn't even do it.
Leon? I think it's only fair that one prank deserves a good one, and I'll hold the other 2 above the poop.
Wait, no.
This would be a lot funnier for me if I didn't have a conscience.
And
I'm sorry.
And those two are going like,
No, please, please, no, please don't, please don't, please,
Oh,
no, you got us,
I
you
put him
got us.
down next to the other two.
Okay, that was a good one. That was a good one.
and the other two, they're like on the ground, like, you know, they get up and one like kind of looks up at you and is like, goes into like a pouch, grabs something and like starts rubbing it on the other one's arm.
Yeah.
And then after a good 30 seconds or so, the other one stops whining and stops crying and is like,
Okay, that's better. Thank you.
and then the one that you were holding and looks up at you and goes,
All right, you caught us. Sorry, we just we haven't seen people in a long time, and it, or at least anyone other than,
I do feel bad.
those orcs.
You
not like you though. You're different.
We're not.
You don't look like an orc. Well, kind of, but not really.
Okay, we're not gonna.
Not half and half.
I mean,
Orcs are ugly. You're not ugly.
Whoa,
I'll
they're
take
coming
that.
on to you.
Take that.
You don't. Well, you're not as ugly. They're really ugly. You're not.
There we
Have
go.
they come by here recently?
No, they usually don't, but sometimes they do. It's just been a long time.
Okay, so we're at least clear from the orcs for right now.
as far as we know, yes. But no wonder you've not seen people. You live in the desert.
No, we don't.
Right in the greener area.
This isn't a desert.
You live in the small oasis that is inside of a desert.
Or next to it, anyway.
Next to it, anyway.
I haven't had any dessert in a long time.
God. Is it too early to drink?
Oh, no, it's not. Never too early to drink.
Any raging. Fucking found the practical jokester says 4 fucking brownies. And they're alcoholics.
We're
As
not
punishment
alcoholics.
for failing,
You're
Ned
just
has
walking.
to poke fun at the barbarian.
We're not alcoholics. We can hold our liquor.
Look at that. He's holding it right now.
Exactly. See? Maybe you're not so bad.
I didn't say that as Bjorn.
You're
was
still
Daniel.
rubbing his nuts like, fuck these kids.
Phrasing.
All right. Hey,
looks at one of the other ones like,
it was your trap. You know what you need to do.
the one's like, and when you're looking at them, you're not sure. It's kind of hard to tell. You're not sure if they're male or female because they all look very similar, but they're all very slight builds.
They're me male.
Yeah, well, they're all very slight builds, but it's like you don't see any.
They're males. They did a hit the nuts prank.
Well, at least, I mean, maybe not, but it's
That's definitely.
you're not exactly sure. You can't really tell. It's like their voices are all very similar. Their body shapes are very, very similar, and they're very nondescript. So it's hard to tell.
If they were women, they would have spread nasty rumors about us behind our back. And
No, No, they would have done much worse. No, but it's hard to tell. But one was like, it was your trap. You need to fix it. Fine, okay, yeah, you caught me. And it walks over closer to you, kind of a little bit wary, but walks over closer. To you. Goes,
Fine.
and all the shit is cleaned off of you. You recognize it looks like prestidigitation, but didn't use any verbal components or anything. Just waved his hands around, or its hands around, and then poof, you're
Fine.
You're clean.
We're even.
Okay.
It was kind of funny.
He looks back at everyone.
See, I told you it was a good one.
He's like,
But if you ever get shit on me again,
You're gonna end up.
Don't
with
walk that way.
Thank God. Now we know not to walk that way.
and the one that you were holding goes,
All right. I guess you're kind of good sports. Yeah. Should we? Yeah. Okay.
We
Um,
represent the Lollipop Guild.
What are you guys doing here?
The fuck is it?
Well, no, at least
That's a bit of a fucking story.
Yeah.
looking for.
We're here to save the world.
Okay.
And you're impeding that.
No, we're looking for a second location where.
Gonna tell them exactly what we're doing immediately.
I mean, to be fair, they're little shits and they're not gonna really interact with demons or devils if they're coming by this place.
Me looking at the devil in our party.
Yeah, ones that are.
She doesn't count. She's an idiot.
Thank you.
But they didn't know that.
We do now.
Fair enough.
Hey. You might be pretty, but you're an idiot. That's what he said.
Okay. So we're looking for a second
Pretty.
location. Are we trying to go up the waterfall, or what's the plan? Is there like another?
I just saw a source of water and greenery.
Well, my thing is this: do we ask them if above table? Do we ask them if they might know like a different path that we could take that's more secretive to get to the second rod location, or do
Are
we?
we trying to be secretive?
Well, no. At least if we can find a shortcut, it might be useful.
And that's the word we use, shortcut.
Yes, that.
Yeah, sorry. We're looking for a second location of where a very demonic item is going to be placed. We believe it's what was it, west again above table? Was it west that we were heading towards specifically?
You were heading southwest.
Southwest.
Swoust.
And we have a general idea of where the location could be, correct?
Yeah.
Does any of us have a map on us?
Yeah, you guys have.
I'll pull out the map and I'll point more or less where we think the location that we're going towards is at, and ask them if they know any faster routes to get there, or if they know a way to get out of this forest a lot quicker to get to that location to cut some time.
Can we see?
Puts it down, and I mean, the map to them, they're like standing around it, and like, so they like literally like one of them at each edge of the map, and they kind of lean down and look at it, and it's almost like they're in a huddle over this map. They're all looking, and you just hear them talking.
Yeah, okay.
We were all thinking.
Inspiration.
Hey, you should get the inspiration.
It was a 3-part combo. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay, I'll take it. Well, if you don't want, I'll take it. The inspiration.
All right.
I'm at 19 anyway.
So, after a little bit of deliberation, one of them, the one that was Leon had, looks how it goes.
Yeah, it's right up there, and it points towards the waterfall.
So towards the top of the. At least we know we're going in where we need to go to now. Is there like a passage towards the top of the waterfall that you know about, or is it just like you got to climb that shit?
Never been up there,
Okay.
but I mean, I guess it's only fair. Yeah, I mean, they're decent sports. Yeah. You gotta be careful, real careful.
Is there anything wildlife in this area that you're
Yeah.
afraid of?
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, the big snakes.
Okay.
Big snake.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of a fucking anaconda.
How big are we talking?
Thoracic side.
Mm,
Whoa.
Big lady.
I mean, they could swallow us easily.
That's not.
That-
I was
It's
about
well-
to swallow you guys easily.
Probably could swallow you easily.
Oh.
Oh,
That's impressive.
Oh shit. Okay, really big snake.
Yeah.
Is the snake more closer towards the water, like inside the water, or is it like somewhere hidden inside the waterfall?
Sometimes you're in the water. Sometimes you're not.
Okay. So, not gonna camp near the water anymore. Well, Leon, I think we just need to start going up the fucking river, the waterfall. That's the only way that they're pointing up top. That's the next location. We got to just start making our way there
Sounds like a solid plan.
before we go. Are there any more traps around here that we should be aware about?
already said don't go that one way.
Well,
Yeah,
that's for the shit trap. They probably have a bunch more hidden around the freaking place.
You know where your camp was?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't go north right now.
Good to know.
All right.
Well, we're not going.
You little weasels.
I think we have everything we need from them, honestly, Leon, unless you got anything else you can think of. We know the location. We know that there's a giant, dangerous creature somewhere near the waterfall or in the water. We know where we have to go to, which is the top of the waterfall. I think we're good. Unless you got anything else you want to interject.
I'd like to go back to our camp and spend about a half
And
day.
then head north.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. Let's head back to camp and then just you guys want to come with?
You're going up that way?
No. We're going back to our campsite for half a day. We'll protect you from the snakes while we're there, since we know you're not going to pull any pranks on us, and at least you'll have some safety.
Do we know that?
And then we'll be making our way, and you guys can go back and do whatever the hell you want.
Persuasion check.
I'm just trying to be a good person. Good. Where the hell is my persuasion? Oh, there it is. 16.
They all huddle again and start blabbering on in whatever that little language was that they were using. And then after a almost minute of deliberation back and forth, they look up and say,
Okay.
Let's go back to camp. Let's keep them away from Bjorn for now. Since it's gonna be faster, does it feel like I could put two of them, two here and two here on my shoulders because of how big I am? Just to make the walking go faster so we don't have to worry about
you can
carrying
put
them?
one on each shoulder.
All right, I'll put one on each shoulder and then I'll just carry the two in my hands like this.
Okay.
Just to make getting back to camp easier. And then they can point out traps that they set on the way back.
And they do.
Yeah.
There's three others.
Little shits.
You little rat
All right.
bastards.
We'll go back to camp and then take it from there, Leon.
So you get back to camp, and do you reset up your camp?
Yeah.
Since you broke it all down?
Yeah, we'll set up like the basics.
Why are we staying there another, how long?
About a half day. I need to prepare something.
You need some spells to be prepared.
Okay.
Can we afford to lose a half day?
I
mean-
imagine that'd be fine.
From what the brownies told us, the spot we're looking for is literally at the top of the waterfall. So we're pretty close.
All right.
All right. So you
Just
guys
don't go back in the water.
You guys set up the basics of a camp again.
Yeah.
And
It's like, fuck it. I do what I want.
while you're doing
They did
that, you are
use
sitting there
prestidigitation.
doing your preparing and stuff like that. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
So we'll be right back in just about 10 minutes. Again, as a reminder, if you are watching on Twitch or on YouTube or on TikTok, and if you share with us on TikTok some diamonds or coins, or on Twitch some channel Twitch bits, and on YouTube, if you super chat, you can affect the game. Okay, so feel free to feel free to do those things. It helps support the channel and helps can affect the game, and that way you can actually participate in a small way. Also, please like, share, subscribe, all those fun things on YouTube, Twitch, and all that kind of stuff. Follow all those fun things to help show support for the channel. We'd appreciate it. And we will see you in just about 10 minutes after our break.
See ya.
Yep.
Yeah.
support when I was getting up.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm support.
All right, and we are back.
Hello.
So,
Woohoo.
where we left off, you guys were in camp.
Mhm.
You had brought the brownies with you,
Yes.
Yep.
and that's basically where you were at. So,
So,
you were
I'm gonna.
prepping.
Yep. I'm gonna take the worth I got from various assorted things from the Hag's camp and the Purple Worm and all that,
Mm-hmm,
which is about 1,500 in material cost.
mm-hmm.
And I'm going to take some of the snow that I found within the Hag's lair
Okay.
as I build a small snowman.
Alright.
Wanna build a snowman?
And I'm like, okay, I mean, it's a little hot, but at least we're near the oasis where it's a little less hot, so I can put all the snow together. And I'm going to kind of start casting as
Oh God, is this what I think it is?
I put my left hand on my chest, and my other hand is casting while focusing on the snow sculpture.
Mhm.
And it is a very intense, focused endeavor for 12 hours. As I then cast Simulacrum.
Mhm.
What does that do again?
There's now 2 Leons.
I would like
Yeah.
you to describe, and also I want.
No, you describe it because you are the caster.
I'm just making it, but I want you to. You're the DM. I want you to do your thing. Also, I want you to roleplay it.
Hi, I'm Leon. I'm
I-
gonna be taking care of Leon's child.
I want it to be very flamboyant and posh, and
Well, you let me decide.
okay.
You
know
want
what?
me
Yeah,
to
fair
play
enough.
it? I get to decide. So,
His name is Dupleon, by the way.
okay. So, after the 12 hours of you guys just hanging out there, during which time you are actually regaled by the brownies of many tales of their crazy little adventures, which mostly involve setting little prank traps for random creatures in this area because there's so little humanoids that happen to come through here. So it's like, oh, do you remember that sparrow that we, and shit like that. So they tell you little stories about that, but they also do tell you some about pranking some orcs every once in a while, as some orcs sometimes have been down this way. So they're actually entertaining company. Some of their stories are boring, but most of them actually are kind of funny. And that's what they do for that. Then, what catches your eye is as the sun is starting to get low on the horizon because it has been 12 hours. So it is starting to get towards your evening time.
Mhm.
You all of a sudden notice a flash of light from the edge of the camp where Leon is.
What the fuck?
And as Leon smiles and turns around, from behind him steps Leon. And you see, dressed exactly the same, an identical
Getting out of hand.
Leon
No, there's
who
two.
steps around the side and looks Leon up and down for a second, kind of looks at himself,
But shake it, bacon.
looks you up and down and says, "Ah, at least there is one other handsome individual here."
That's literally Austin Powers. We are sexy bitches.
Inspiration. And he says, "So, what are we doing here? What's going on?
Why is there 2 Leons?
I am not Leon. I am Dupleon."
Bjorn is very perplexed by this.
I'm gonna
Nice to meet you, Mr. Very Perplexed.
I'm gonna just be
I
smoking my.
hate him.
I win.
I'll be smoking my pipe next to freaking A tree and be like, shit, now there's two.
No. Do you understand what we're doing here?
Well.
You just get money.
I suppose, but I'd like a little bit more info.
We've got to get up that waterfall and potentially stop another rod placement. You in?
Well, I suppose, if I must. Shakes his hand.
Fuck yeah.
If anyone else had asked, no. But for you, of course.
Of course.
Might I interject? If he's a duplicate of you, shouldn't he have the same morals and goals that you want to accomplish?
Not entirely.
It's magic. It's magic. I can't explain magic to you.
I mean,
What do you look at me like that for?
does he not understand?
I wasn't specifically referring to him, but
Oh.
it seems he took it that
Oh.
Right after he said Bjorn was too dumb to tie his shoes. I could have explained magic to him.
This
But go.
This bitch.
I mean, it is what it is, right?
Indeed. Well, now we should be a lot more safe and sound.
All right. Question. Are we going to try to camp out here again, or are we just going to hoof it up the side of the mountain now?
How much daylight do we have?
Not much.
I say we camp.
It's still kind of early evening, but you figure at most you've probably got 3 hours.
Might I recommend we back away from the water? Just because the brownie said the giant snake likes to go in the
That
water.
is a fair point.
Yeah. So
Yes, they do.
I was in that water. Nothing happened.
got
You went in the
lucky.
water?
Yes, he did.
How are you still here?
Because nothing fucks with Bjorn except you guys, apparently.
It doesn't take a big creature, just takes little shits.
You've got big balls for such a minute individual.
Well, okay. I mean, he's got the bigger balls. I mean, they're an easy target.
Thanks, I think.
Okay, I'm gonna suggest let's back
Let us
off
move,
away
yeah.
from the water. Yes, we will try to move the campsite further away from the water just
Okay.
because of what the brownie's advice was given to us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to camp here for the night?
After we back up, yeah.
Yeah,
All
after
right.
we back up.
Yep. So you back up. How far away are you going?
How close were we to the water the first night?
Oh, probably about 40, 50 feet.
What are we thinking? 60? 70? 70 feet away from the water is good enough?
Sounds
Yeah, we'll do 70 feet away from the water.
Okay. So you shift the campsite back a little bit.
Yep.
And the brownies are like, so you're staying here for the night?
Yep. And then we'll be gone in the morning.
Okay, well, we're gonna head out, hit our own beds.
Don't get eaten.
I try not to.
Works for me.
All right, you guys ready? Yeah. Okay.
And they just take off, and literally about 15 feet away from the group, you can't see them anymore. It's like they kind of disappeared into the grasses and the bushes. They're pretty good at when they're trying to be sneaky.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're gone.
Cool.
So, who has the first watch?
I'll take it.
Good.
All right.
I mean, I need my beauty sleep.
Dupleon's a little priss. Just gonna let you know right now.
You say that?
Yes.
He's like, well, rude.
I know, right?
Don't you fucking take his side. Don't you fucking do that shit.
I'm just taking my own side.
Exactly.
Precisely.
Your child's gonna be so confused when he sees the both of you.
Who said that the child gets to see it too?
Why would he not?
I'll take weekend. You can have weekdays.
Oh, what the fuck? Now they decided parenting with a duplicate? This can only fucking happen in
Fair.
D&D.
Fair.
uh,
That sounds fair.
Yeah, yeah.
I
that's
mean,
pretty fucked up.
Jesus. Christ. I got a 19 for first watch.
All right, and I'll take second watch, and you can take third.
Yep.
Sleep, I guess.
I just said I needed my beauty sleep.
Well,
Fine if I must.
yes. It's only fair. You get third watch. That's the easy one.
Is it?
Yes.
Really?
I would say so.
Okay.
I'm gonna do my ritual after my watch is done and I wake up Leon. The real Leon.
Right.
All right. Yeah.
So yeah, you see nothing on your watch.
I do my. Yeah. 21.
Okay. It's middle of the night now, and nice thing is, not quite a full moon, but I mean, literally last night was, so it's still pretty darn big. It literally just lost a tiny sliver of it, so it's still pretty bright from the moon, so you can see pretty well. And as you are on watch, sitting there,
So can you just
You
summon
notice-
another clone like every day?
No.
I've just been eating at me.
Mhm.
since
It
you
is
did
just
no,
one.
it's one.
If I cast
If you
a
cast
spell
another
again,
one,
he
this one
dies.
goes away, and
Oh, okay.
another one shows up.
I had to know.
Mhm.
it was eating. At
No.
We can use him as bait.
Yeah, it even says if you cast a spell again, any simulacrum you created with the spell is instantly destroyed.
Us rolling up on the big bad end guy with the
With like an army of
37
Leons. So this is Leon. This is dupe Leon. Wait, would this be trip Leon and quadrilon and
Quadrilon.
quadrilon,
Sounds like an alien.
quintrilon? All right. So, as you're enjoying your watch, seems relatively peaceful evening, and you notice a little glinting off the surface of the water, about
Mm.
100 feet away, just a little bit. You notice this kind of like little glint for a second. It's hard to see because you're 100 feet away, and it is nighttime, and there is some trees and some bushes, but it's just something catches your eye.
I'm gonna hop on Cassiopeia and slightly fly up
Okay,
to get a better view over the trees.
how high up you go?
Above the trees.
Okay, give me another perception check when you get up there.
29.
Okay. In the water, you see what looks like kind of a swash of movement through it, that as that's going through and the river is flowing, because of its counter to the current, it's creating a ripple and a little bit of a wake,
Mm.
and the moonlight is kind of, as that water moves, changing the angle of the reflection, which is what caught your eye.
All right.
So you're seeing that movement, and you see it there, and you notice there's some more there, and there's some more there, and there's some more there.
It's a big snake. Big
All right. I'm gonna fly back down and wake up the others.
So everybody gets woken up. Like, is it my turn yet? Is
There's
it-
movement in the river.
It's a river. It moves.
Nope, there's a giant snake in that river.
There's a snake in my.
Why didn't you tell me there was giant snakes?
I thought you would have known. We got that information before I made you.
I don't remember everything.
That's fair.
I am only half elf, It's like saying I'm only human, but
I think we should slowly get closer to see if we can get a better view.
all right. If we must.
All right. I'm gonna stealth closer to the river.
Okay.
28.
Okay.
So you told that to all of us.
Yeah, I
correct?
did.
So
all-
I'm just. Oh, this is one of the big bad snakes you guys were worried about.
It might be.
I'll go take a look.
All right, hold on. I just need to pull up Leon's stats here, so
I'm
I
not
have
supposed
Leon's stats to look at because I am
Yeah.
also playing Leon apparently.
No, I just wanted you to roleplay him. I can take care of
Okay,
combat.
then roll for him as well
Oh,
for stealth.
All right, I wasn't sending him up ahead, but I'll do it. He got a 19.
Okay. And anyone else?
We're rolling for initiative.
No.
No, I'm
If
not
you're
stealthing.
gonna move up there and stealth up that way.
I'm gonna stealth, but I'm not moving the fuck up there. Fuck that.
I'm moving up.
Okay. Not stealthy.
No.
Okay.
21 for me in stealth because I'm 2 levels below everybody else, so I'm not gonna risk it.
That's metagaming. Your character
And that's
became a
when the
coward.
purple worm appeared.
Yeah, it strikes the people in the bag.
You mean the purple people eater?
The purple worm peedle peeper.
The
The peedle whirple
You mean the
peter.
Alaskan bullworm?
Cowardice is
the people
punished.
purple eater. It's the people purple eater.
The whirple purple peeper.
The Alaskan bullworm.
No. Okay. So, you are moving up. Dupleon is moving up as well.
Yeah.
Carbateer,
Oh,
Bella.
one thing. I
Mhm.
gave him my moon touch rapier. The one
Okay.
I have that I don't use.
Okay.
So that he's not disarmed.
Okay. Carbateer, Bellum, and Yarick are kind of staying behind a little bit, but they're moving with you, but they're like staying about like 20, 30 feet behind because they don't want to ruin the stealth, which Bjorn is already doing himself.
Yeah.
So
But
they're
he's,
like,
he's
"Oh,
the distraction.
that's what he's good at.
Diversion.
So he's good at the not stealth.
The nelf, if you will.
Anything that doesn't involve a roll is what I'm good at.
Oh, okay.
So no combat for you? Got it.
So
I'm blessed with a large plus to a hit and advantage on every swing. That's the only reason I do it. There was an alarming number of ones that I rolled last session that were nullified by advantage.
yes. All right. So as you move up towards the bank of the river, you're now about 20 feet away from it. I need another perception check from you, Leon, and from you, Bjorn, because you two are the ones in the lead. Dupleon is just a little behind you.
Okay, I rolled above 10. Big height. 19.
Get in the fucking.
Dirty 20.
You bloody
Okay.
fucking.
Bloody,
fuck you, bloody.
Do not redeem.
Do not redeem.
All right, so when you get up that close, with both of you, with 19 and dirty 20, you guys are able to see. Wait a minute. The
It's
movement over there,
37 giant snakes.
you see the glint of 2 eyes. 2 more. 2 more. And 2 more. All in the water, all coming towards the bank.
It's many.
There's multiple.
And they are slowly moving towards. And as you can't make out their exact size yet, as they are still a little ways in the river and mostly submerged. So all you can kind of see is really the glint of their eyes from the moonlight. And not really how big they are, but it's a lot of water movement.
Yeah.
As they're coming.
Let me
through.
know when they're within 30 feet.
Right now, you guys, they're about 40 feet away, and they're about 20, well, actually, maybe more like 50. They're about 30 feet, 20, 30 feet away from shore, and you guys are about 20 feet from the riverbank itself.
Okay.
So they're about 50 feet away right now. But they are moving towards the bank.
I move up towards the bank.
Okay.
And I see them, correct? You said I saw them. I'm just gauging the
you can
situation
see their eyes,
correctly.
yeah. You can see the glint on their
And
eyes.
they are moving towards us purposefully.
It looks like they are coming straight towards the river.
And there's at least 3 within, say, a 30-foot cone.
They are kind of spread out a little bit.
For example.
Splendid.
They are kind of spread out a little bit.
Does
So-
it look like within 30 feet of a cone-shaped
Maybe.
array of distance?
Maybe.
Uh,
Best guess, yeah, maybe.
Like what? These were what you were worried about? Here, I'll deal with them, and I'm gonna hold the axe up.
Okay, so as you do that, you get right up to the riverbank, they are still coming in, and you hold your axe up, and now we need to roll. In this house, we
Roll for
initiative. There we go. All
I don't
right.
get a jump around on them as they're just kind of moseying on over.
No, because they can see you too. They can act. They see you coming
Okay.
up. So it's all about okay,
What'd you get?
So it's who
Holy
reacts
shit.
first, basically.
Your
So
son made it to land on the corner of.
That's pretty.
that's
good.
impressive.
Okay.
All right, we'll go around the table.
I
Tomer.
got an 18.
All right, 18. Leon.
26 for Leon and 19 for Dublion.
Dead last, 16.
19 for Dublion, 26. And what'd you say you had?
16.
16. All right.
17.
And I rolled with
38.
advantage.
And I'm like, hey, what's up? How?
All right.
Into the
No surprise, Leon's first with that 26.
Oh, of course he is.
I'm going to find and mount my Pegasus.
Okay.
Am I now mounted?
Yes, you are mounting.
I'm going to fly my Pegasus
Okay.
towards the snake things
Okay.
and do a swoop as I stab.
Okay.
You're going to get right in the 30-foot cone.
Yes, he is.
I'm going first, so I have 90 feet of flight. Stab, run away.
Okay.
Okay, go for it.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna.
Whip you out of the air with that attack of opportunity.
It would have to hit me first.
It would.
That's gonna be a 22 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. I'm also, of course, going to expend a Bedardic Bedinspiration for extra damage. And AC, got it. Ooh.
See, this doesn't make sense to me though, because we were RPing it. I was like, all right, watch this, and I walk over, and then I start charging
It's-
up, and Leon
it's-
jumps on his horse and swoops in before.
Well, it's game
on your
mechanics.
left.
It's game
Okay, but I'll
mechanics.
just go back.
It's game mechanics. It's just
I
how.
mean, fair enough.
I'll just go back, Learn.
I figured that was the just the opening round, and then
Well, no, it's all the only way to fairly arbitrate is through game mechanics, and
fair enough.
Do you want me to go back?
No, do your thing.
All right.
yes, basically a way to explain it is in situations like this, what happened is you're like, well, fuck this, and you start walking up, and as soon as you
Every
start,
single person in the vicinity goes before me.
No, well,
What
no,
the
it's-
fuck?
literally, well, the way you got to look at it again, game mechanics, it is literally like, okay, I'm gonna go do this, and as you start walking up, everyone goes, oh shit, it's popping off, and whoever's
Fair enough.
quicker to react. So
Anyway, that first attack is going to deal 16 points of damage,
okay,
and my AC is going to become 24 until the start of my next turn. And then second attack in the tray. Second attack is going to be 15.
okay, that hits.
Okay.
Wow, I'll take it. And the second attack is going to be 13 points of damage.
Okay,
And then I'm going to fly away.
okay, and it will get an attack of opportunity.
I'm sure it will.
And what was your AC right now?
24.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Yeah, that's a miss.
So yep, that happens, and I just swoop
Okay.
back.
It is now their turn. As they all charge up. Hey, target, what's up? You get to tank because they're coming right at you.
Honestly, I thought he would have been more like Publix.
I don't even
No,
get
it's
to
more like
activate my
Kmart.
rage.
He's like Kmart. So, two of them, because these are gargantuan creatures.
Yep.
Two of them come to you because it's kind of hard to fit more than that
Gargantuan.
at once. And they attempt to bite. A 24
Yeah, it hits.
and,
And it swallows
and
you.
a natural 1.
That one might miss.
Yeah, it
it
definitely
does.
does.
The fuck?
Oh, that is the shittiest roll. Oh my god.
Shitty rolls are full of shit.
4 points of damage.
Reduced to nothing.
25 points of piercing damage. There's
Oh.
way too many ones on that.
25 points of piercing. Oh, and I didn't get to activate any of my stuff, so that's full.
Damn.
Okay. And he missed on the second bite. The other one,
I'll know for next time that I need to say I rage and then walk up.
yeah.
I guess you'd say that means you.
And
rock up.
then this
Yeah.
one is going to hit with its attack, with its first bite attack. And that's, jeez, just as bad, pretty much. 24 points of piercing damage, and its second bite, that misses. So both of them missed on their second. So they tried to bite. The others, well, one of them goes right after Duplion.
Oh, well, that's just me.
Well, you're in the air, dude.
I know, but he was not all the way up at the bank.
No, but he did move up close enough. So it gets up to him, and then...
He's gonna die immediately. I just got him.
No, he's not.
He also was stealthing.
Yeah, he only got a 19 on stealth.
I see.
And one hits. What is it with my second attack? I can't roll above a 4. Okay, that's a little better. 29 points of piercing damage.
That's 2,900 gold.
No, it's not.
It is. It takes 100 gold per hit point.
Oh, wow.
I was expecting him to not immediately be gunned for.
Oh, no, he was
looked like
up-
the guy
He
that
was
just
up
stabbed
closer than the others. The others specifically said they were staying back from you guys.
They're animals. They saw the person that just struck them.
Yeah.
And then the other one is going for Tomer.
Found my ass?
Yep. I rolled good on perception.
God
guys.
fucking damn it.
But that might not hit. 19?
Fuck yeah, it hit.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Fuck me sideways.
Oh, thank you.
Ooh.
Took lonely on. Like,
39. That one I actually rolled damn close to
2
max.
hours.
39 points. The second attack, this one is going to attempt to wrap itself around you.
Oh.
Fucking.
I told you secured your death when you took the challenge
17.
the second time.
For what?
17 to hit.
It's my armor class.
So that does hit.
Fuck.
Barely.
Woohoo!
Uh,
I
so
was in my hyper transformation and when it hit.
Like I said, that'll teach you for not saying
I'm not-
preemptively.
So 22 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled and restrained.
Bludgeoning.
Okay. So you can attempt to escape on your turn. Okay. All right. That is all 4 of them. It is Duplion's turn.
Okay, he's gonna disengage and
Okay.
run away.
Oh, he
Okay.
lived.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, I thought you
But
said
that
he
was
died
a-
already.
No, I said that's 2,900 gold that I have to spend
It's a
to get
gold
him
amount that he has for
back
health.
to health.
To heal him.
Oh.
He is less than half health though.
Tomer's
for
turn.
Healing. Interesting.
God damn it. Alright, I would like to transform. Take less damage.
Yep.
Oh.
Do I have that ability still?
Okay, I think you messed up on your health,
What?
Tomer.
Okay.
I'm at 39. What do you mean? I'm at 100 health because I'm only level 12.
Yeah, but you took 39 points of damage. You're not at 39 points. You were at full health, so you should be at
He
61.
took a second hit, didn't he?
He took 1. Oh, no, he took
took
2.
2
You're right,
hits.
you're right. Never mind.
I was
My
like,
bad.
What are you talking about?
Say, I won't let the DM cheat you out of your deal. This is your
I just
destiny.
remembered I said he took 39, and when I saw it, I thought he accidentally...
Yeah, that was just a really
Yeah.
funny coincidence.
Yeah.
So I'm in hyper transformation. I automatically gain 3.
Game 3 life?
It's the I get it every round. I gain 3 health back.
If you're below half.
If I'm below half, which I still am.
Work when unconscious? Like
No.
invincible? Oh,
Well, no, I have the ability that I stand back up at 1 if I
okay.
go down.
Because he's a hork.
And I can't get out of this grapple, can I? I have to
Well,
get
you
out of the
can.
grapple to do
That
something.
still counts as going down.
Well,
though,
no.
for the deal, though, correct?
No, you are grappled and restrained. So all grapple means is your speed is 0. You can't benefit from any bonus to speed. Restrained means that, once again, your speed is 0, but attack rolls against you have advantage, and your attack rolls have disadvantage. You also have disadvantage on dexterity saves, but you can still act. You can still do those
Can
things.
I try to break out of the grapple if possible?
Yes, if you
'Cause
do
I-
that, that is an action, and you can either athletics or acrobatics. It is just an escape check, basically.
Oh, acrobatics, yeah, +5. Fucking go.
You have
Uh,
a higher
18 plus
acrobatics
5?
And you get out. You're free. That is your action.
Yeah, but I'm probably gonna get mollywopped next turn, so that's it for me, boys.
Polymopped.
Yeah, because I can't do anything else.
Bjorn, you have 2 right in front of you.
Yep, and now it would be a complete waste of action economy to use my cool axe thing. So I'm going to rage,
Okay.
and then I am going to strike the snake that bit me super hard.
All right.
twice.
Go for it.
Let's see, recklessly. Let's see, let's roll. One was an 18, which you said hits, but I'll fish for the crit and then get it. So
Nice.
31 to hit.
Hell
Not as good
yeah.
as it hits with a natural
That's
20.
good.
And I'll go ahead and roll the.
Wait, you got a natural 20, you said?
Yes.
Oh, then that
Yeah, I know. That was a joke. I'm just gonna assume that hits.
No, really?
Yeah, it doesn't. It's
No, that's
just
too
too
much.
high.
Oh, that was pretty good damage too. So 27 plus an extra 12. Holy
Nice.
shit! 39 points of slashing. Wow, that was the best crit I think I've ever rolled. And then
And then the lightning.
4d6 lightning. And I crit, so I do an extra 5 to
Yep.
a target within 5 feet of me. So he'll just take.
Did you remember to roll your extra?
Yeah, that was with the
crit
extra
damage?
12.
Okay,
Yeah, he legit rolled a 12 and I was
All
like,
right,
fuck.
that's awesome.
I don't know where my last
damage.
d6 went.
Do you need another
Do
one?
you need another?
No, here they are. Fuck, I might.
I was gonna say they're right in front of you.
Let's see. 5, 5, 2, and 1. So 13 lightning
Okay.
on the first. Yeah, so actually
This
be
was the
18
one-
lightning and
Okay.
39 slash.
Yep, I got the 39 slash.
That's on the first swing.
Yep. Also, this is the one that Leon hit before, so he's already been damaged some. So this guy's already looking pretty bad.
That really
Not super
fucking
bad, but
hurt.
pretty bad.
And I'm gonna swing a second time.
All right.
Let's see, 17 you said hits, but I'll fish for the natural 20 again.
No way. Hell yeah.
Beautiful.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you're making up for all those dog shit rolls I got before.
Yep. It said 1, 1, 1, 1. You know what? Here you go.
Let's see, 21 plus 7, so 28
Mm-hmm.
points of slashing.
Yep.
And then 5, 6, 3, and 2. So 16, and then plus another 5 from the axe again. So 21 points of lightning.
Yeah, this thing did not like that.
And then he will make an 18 dex save if he's still alive.
He is,
Or
but he doesn't make the save.
6 more lightning damage.
Yeah, this guy's not. looking
Can I
too
knock a
good.
snake prone?
No. No.
It just
No,
goes flip sideways like, ah!
I mean,
Just rolls over.
technically no, but I mean,
I'm
game
not gonna
mecha-
waste my reaction on
But
that.
game mechanics,
It
they
also
it
is
is possible.
gargantuan, right?
Yeah.
So
But game
That
mechanics,
one-
it is,
That mechanic does
Possible.
not take size into account. Does not mention size anywhere on
and
that.
it is possible if they aren't immune to the condition.
Yes, and a lot of things at that point are, and it's also a strength save, so everything that's that big is usually high in strength anyway.
No, not at all.
you're right.
All right.
That's my turn. Bjorn was pissed.
Okay.
Barn.
They got the jump on him when he was trying to get the jump on them.
All right. Excellent. So,
2 natural 20.
it is Carpetier's turn,
Or butter.
and so Carpetier,
Butter. Butter.
Carpetier runs up and attacks the one that was attacking Dupleon. And that's going to hit.
Fuck yeah.
That was incredible. That was the best
And so
combat
does the
turn
other
I've
one.
ever
Hey. Good shit.
had. Yeah.
See, it's when Zach and Jen aren't here, you roll like a god.
That's only because of advantage.
Okay,
by the
so
way.
he does some damage to that one.
First time it was like an
Okay.
8 and a natural 20, and the second time was a 7 and a natural 20.
Yarick is next.
can't
He
remember what
looks around at you guys. You're clearly the most fucked up, so you get 12 points back from a healing word.
It's a good healing
yes.
word.
Yeah, it was he upcast.
Damn.
Yeah, it's still good.
Yeah.
So I'll take it.
He
Now I'm at half.
it was a good one. He rolled well, but he did that, and then Bellum runs up and he attacks. So he's going to hit with one of the attacks. And he's attacking the one that's right in front of you, Tomer. So you're side by side with him right now. He hits once and does some damage. Not a ton, but at least he did a little bit. It is now back to the top of the order for Leon.
Wow. All right. How close are each of the snakes to each other?
The two on Bjorn are literally right next to each other.
And the one from them?
The one on Dupleon,
Or that was on Duplion?
well, it's still there.
Yeah, but he disengaged and moved 30
Yeah,
feet away.
yeah. But I mean, like,
Yeah.
In that range, he is behind where Bjorn is.
Mhm.
So, like, he kind of moved around
Mhm.
and came. So he's probably about 20 feet beyond Bjorn.
Okay.
And same with the other one, because that's about where Tomer was. But they're separated a little bit.
So there's 3 or 4 snakes?
There's 4.
Oh.
There's one that was on Dupleon, one on Tomer, and 2 on Bjorn.
Okay, that's perfect. I'm going to swoop down on Cassiopeia right next to the one that was chasing Dupleon.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to cast Chain Lightning.
All right,
So,
then.
I need a dex save from each of those fucking snakes.
No, you don't.
Yeah, dude.
I bet you they're not that deck
Oh.
threat because they have no.
No, you don't. You don't need a dex save. No, you don't. What's a DC?
18 dex.
Okay.
If they fail, they take 46. If they succeed,
4d6 or
46 points of damage. If they succeed, they take 23.
Oh, man.
Fuck you dumb idiot.
Like, hey, man, come on.
Man, I'm just a snake, man.
We gotta eat just like everyone else.
Okay.
Just eat the fruit, man.
so. Yeah, 2 of them. It looks like it really hit hard. The other 2, they kind of
I've
dodged a little bit.
23 points of lightning. It's fine.
But yeah, that definitely that fucks people up. That fucked people up hard.
Good.
Anything else?
I'm just looking at that fucking snake. I'm right
Okay.
next to him on my horse, and I'm like,
Okay. Yeah, that one that you've been hitting,
Yeah.
he's not happy.
I wonder
Reasonably
why.
He's not happy at all.
The fact that he's still standing after all that is pretty impressive. Though. You are a formidable warrior, Snake.
23 to hit
That
on
hits.
the bite.
Did you
Okay.
fish for the crit?
Oh, that's right.
Ah,
You went
shit.
reckless. Nope, no crit.
Thank God.
But he did hit. And so that
I'm
means
maintaining the game state for everyone.
yes. Poo, poo, poo.
like maintaining the gay snake.
No! No!
31 points of
Double A, give it to the
piercing
next guy.
31
Give it
points of
immediately to Dupleon.
reduced, reduced to half because you're raging, so
31
so
cut in
that's
half.
15.
Okay.
15. However,
Uh-oh.
Your jab.
in this case, he decides to swallow you.
Of course. This is
So
this is
you-
a bit at
every
this
time.
point. This is like
Every time.
I'm gonna be surprised if you go 5 sessions without being swallowed by something.
So you are now
Not possible.
blinded and restrained,
With the exception of
We know the
axe.
Bob shebang.
but you do have total cover against
Yeah,
any
we know.
attacks other than
That's easy.
effects outside the type.
Call it of something.
And it,
Almost every session.
but that was that one. The
Bjorn is now going to eat the snake after he kills it.
yes, the other one that was on you
At least I can't
unfortunately
get attacked
can't
by the
bite you. So
It just goes for the other one in the
It goes
stomach.
straight for Oscar.
it tries to eat the other one. So, no. It
Fuck
moves
off.
over and
Just
1, 2, 3, 4.
yeah.
It goes after Bellum.
Thank God.
Oscar can't be 2 levels ahead.
Shut the fuck up, Daniel.
That's too many levels.
I'll give you too many fucking levels right now, bud.
Do it.
I'll
To
give you
punch
3
me, you'll have to
levels,
punch
man.
the snake.
Ouch.
Just ripping ass over there.
No, that's this
And
very squeaky.
Bellum gets swallowed.
Oh, shit.
Yay!
The other two, the one that was on you before,
Yeah.
attempts to constrict you again, and that is going to be an 18 to hit.
That's my armor class now.
Yep.
Fucking Christ.
And that is,
What is damage in Spanish?
Don't put me on the spot.
El DiMaggio.
Dos hurto. I don't fucking know.
24 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are
Mucho
once again
hurto.
grappled and restrained.
So 24 cut in half.
Yep, so 12, and you are grappled and restrained again.
God fucking damn it.
He's
Bro,
grappled and
okay.
disdained.
Get this boy. How much damage did you take?
12.
It's not bad. They've been hitting like an average of 25 on
Yeah,
bad
but
rolls.
here's the other thing. Man. Now he's grappled and restrained, and now this thing's going to bite, and it's got advantage to hit him.
I wonder how. I wonder why.
That hits.
Yeah.
Let's stay at level 12 tonight.
Shut the fuck up, Leon.
I'm the one who's gonna fucking
You
heal
will
you.
pay
I don't
for
wanna
your
hear it.
hubris.
You will pay for your pubics.
I will?
31 points of piercing, reduced to half, is 15.
How much we talking? It might not be worth it. That's too many.
So, there you go. That's its turn.
No deal.
No.
Okay. And then the last one is facing off against. And did you swoop away or stay?
I stayed next to it.
Okay, so you
Are you
stayed
pulling
right
an
next to
Elton
it.
John
So
over there, or are you down?
I'm
1,
up.
2,
I'm still
3,
standing.
yeah,
Fuck
5, 6,
me,
4.
man.
Carpetier
The snakes are like, okay.
goes after you.
All right.
I'm glad I saved one greater healing
So-
potion for this.
Attempts to bite.
No, not greater,
Ooh.
superior.
That's
I have
a
one.
30 to hit.
Don't.
I cannot. Yeah, that hits.
That one hits. So
have to
you
think
end up
about letting the
taking
30 go through.
I
Shit.
couldn't not make it go through. There's nothing I can roll to
I know.
right now. Because my AC is just 18.
20. Wow, that's the lowest I've rolled on this. 21 points of piercing damage,
I'm incredible.
For the
I'm
bite.
Awesome.
and
Incredibly bitten by a snake.
he swallows you.
While I'm on the horse,
Well,
He
the
just
horse he
takes the
doesn't
whole
swallow,
horse.
but he just takes. He rips you off of it.
I'm sitting on the horse just.
Yep, pretty much.
It like shows the snake, and there's like a perfect like Pegasus shaped like bulge in the
Oh
snake's
shit,
stomach,
we all out of Pegasus. Oddly
including the
Pegasus shaped
wing.
throat.
stomach.
It is now Duplion's turn.
Have you seen my Pegasus? Dude, where's my horse?
Dude, where's my Pegasus?
Dude, where's your horse, dude? Where's my horse?
He's
Where's your
swallowed?
horse, dude?
No, I'm
No,
still
he's
out there.
not.
Okay.
Bellum is swallowed. Bjorn is swallowed, and you are
It's
swallowed.
a famous major image in D&D.
Okay, so Duplion's probably gonna like sigh a little bit and be like,
Fuck
Oh,
this.
yeah,
I'm
no,
out.
he's like,
yeah,
it's up to me, isn't it?
I suppose. that I-
Question: this is a hypothetical. If someone were to polymorph a creature and something's inside of that stomach, how does that work?
Ant-Man and Thanos' asshole.
Not quite. Not quite.
Can you do it
That's a
without
good-
line of sight?
No, I'm not saying if I could do it. I'm just saying, like, it just popped
I-
in my head randomly. I don't know why.
I will discuss that after this battle.
I don't
Any-
think any of us can polymorph.
I'm just
No.
saying.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I will
Anyway,
discuss that
anyway.
after this battle.
So he's gonna cry a little bit because this is him using one of his non-renewable spell slots.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll write that down. Just
Oh, it's
Duplion.
like a one and done, huh?
Yeah, because he can't take a long rest or a short rest.
Oh.
Or rather, he can't benefit from it.
Yeah. He can take one. He can just sleep, but that he doesn't get any.
tired.
Just kill me.
That's the thing about simulacrum is once they use a spell slot, it's gone.
Yeah. That's still incredibly potent.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So he's gonna use his one of his, or I guess is that the only one? Cause yeah, 6th level You only get one slot. So he's going to use a 6th level spell slot to cast Mass Cure Wounds, centered as smartly as possible to hit in that radius myself, Chomer, and Carbertier and Bellum. And I don't think I could.
So you're doing what exactly again?
Dupleon is going skidoo skiday, Mass Cure Wounds today.
Okay.
And it does a radius. He only has to see the point he's targeting, not the people that are hit by.
And that
the
works
Okay.
through objects.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to see them.
Yeah, here. I'll read it out just in case.
Just want to make sure.
A wave of healing energy washes out from a point of your choice within range. Choose up to 6 creatures in a 30-foot radius sphere centered on that point. Each target regains hit points equal to blah 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 blah. Spells no effect on undead or constructs.
Because it doesn't specifically say targets that you can see, I will allow that to work.
Okay, and I mean we've done that before in this campaign as well.
Yeah. Which I thought so, but I just wanted to clarify. So
yeah, and
how
I'm
much
guessing,
healing?
Well, before that, I'm guessing I wouldn't be able to hit Bjorn with this because I am putting it in such a radius. The radius is 30-foot radius sphere. So actually, it's
Radius, yes, you would be able to.
So I can hit pretty much
Yeah,
everyone.
you
that's
hit everyone.
damaged.
You
Yeah.
can hit everyone.
All right. So
You'd be able to place it in such a manner that
Yeah. everyone's going to get not bad. 22 points of health back.
not bad. Not
So
bad at
I'm
all.
back to full. Fuck you, Snake.
Mhm.
And everyone else included.
And it is Tomer's turn.
Oh, and also I wanted to mention he moves a little bit further back as well.
Okay.
So I'm below half. I automatically gain 3. Cool.
And you added your 22.
I'm at 52 now.
You were low.
Yeah, I don't know if I think. Fuck it. Bonus act. Can I take a potion as a bonus action even though I'm restrained?
That's a stretch.
That is a stretch. I would say in that, because you're restrained, I would say no.
Can I throw this at you?
As
You
an
could.
action, I would
Could you
allow
catch
it.
For your action.
Just because you're
Could you catch it?
restrained, it just makes it
I don't
difficult.
know. I'm not very good at
Well, hold on. Let me just double
wouldn't
check.
risk
What does it actually say?
I wouldn't want to hurt you.
It's offensive.
No,
you
you
mean
know
too
what?
much to me.
No, you could.
Thank you.
Okay.
Just based on its description, I will say you can.
I'm gonna use the only healing potion that is very superior, which would be my superior healing potion. To
Oh,
fucking
really?
Heal my ass, because that's the only one I got left. I was giving Persephone the basic ones. So 5,
That was just for you.
6, 7,
Thank
8,
you.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
What? Did he
Nose.
fart?
What's that?
Did he fart?
Oh, yeah.
You fucking jackass.
Deal with it.
We need to kill this guy.
Hmm.
We've got him.
Unfortunately, I have an infinite AC.
I don't have to fucking hit your AC if I use a status effect.
Yes, but I have advantage against all magic, and I have plus 82
Uh-huh.
to all my stats. So.
That's cool and all. I have the potion of instant fuck you die.
So if I attack,
I
it's at
don't drink it.
disadvantage, correct?
I force it on you.
If I attack, it's at
If you attack, it's at
Oh, he
disadvantage.
let you do the potion and the attack?
Well,
Yeah,
the potion is a bonus action.
I looked at it. And it doesn't specifically say anything about that
Fuck
mechanics wise.
me.
No, thank you.
He's rather entangled at the moment.
Does 18 hit?
It does.
That's the first one with disadvantage. Second one with disadvantage would be a 9 plus 7 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so 2 hits.
They're not hard to hit.
Yeah, I understand that, but shit, man. I can reroll ones. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 on the first one.
Okay.
And 9, 15 on the second one.
Okay.
Those are my 2 swings, and I'm not getting out of the grapple, but I'm probably going to get swallowed.
Bjorn! You are swallowed.
All right, so this is the
You-
one
you
that
already are swallowed, buddy. Oh no, he constricted you.
Yeah, he can straight. I was like, when the fuck did I get in the
this
stomach?
is the one that had the shit kicked out of it, right?
The one that you're inside,
Yeah.
yes.
All right, well now I am gonna use my cool action with my axe, and I'm going to hold it up in this thing as well as I can. I don't know wherever, and I'm going to call upon the power of Shimlo.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a 30-foot cone of lightning inside of it that I assume it's not going to do a very good job of dodging.
No.
And do 8d6 lightning damage.
Roll it.
Let's see. 8. Roll. Wow, there's a lot of ones in there. 26 damage.
Nice. That hurt it.
It's still up?
Yep.
What a waste. And then
Doing damage is never a waste.
I probably could have just killed it with attacks. I was hoping that would finish it off. It felt cinematic.
Roll attack. You got nothing else.
No, that I can't do an
Oh,
attack
that's right.
with that.
I bet.
That's what I was asking
Mhm.
for before. But no. Now I'll use my bonus action to make him roll a 18 dex save, which I once again assume he will not do a very good job of dodging as I am inside of him.
And what's your damage?
6.
Okay. There's a lot of blood.
That was all lightning.
Yep.
Sever the lightning. Sever the
It's a
lightning.
lot of blood. All right. Carbateer, take some attacks at the one that is on him. And only
Snake's
one
definition
hit.
of not a bunch of health left is a lot different than. I didn't hear no bell.
And all right. Vestrin, you guys who are outside of stomachs, hear Vestrin go,
Who's that?
or Vestrin, sorry, Yarrick.
Who the fuck is Vestrin?
I don't know.
His brain
Never
went
mind.
somewhere else.
Yeah, my brain was somewhere else. You hear Yarrick go, and we can win. We really can win. Please fucking win. Inspiration to you. It's a D8.
Badardic Badinspiration.
Okay. And then Bellis attempts to attack.
Bellis? Who's Bellis?
Bellum. I can't fucking
This
think
guy's-
tonight.
This guy's high.
No, I'm just tired. That actually hits. And the second attack doesn't. But the first one does. Okay. So, there we go. So that's a little bit more damage. It is now back to the top of the order.
Oh, no.
You in that
Leon!
I am going to get out of this fucking snake. So, have I ever introduced you to my favorite ally? It comes from the heavens. They call it branding smite.
Okay.
I'm going to use a 5th level spell slot and bonus action, branding smite, and then I'm going to yeah. Also use a bardic inspiration when I attack. Here goes. I have disadvantage, right?
Yes.
There's a 22 hit.
Yes.
Okay. So it's going to take 19 points of magical piercing damage. And
Okay.
it probably does not matter right now, but my AC becomes 24 at the start of my next turn.
Okay.
And then oof. Where are you? Oh, there we are. That is such a shitty roll. 11 points of
On the
radiant
claw.
damage.
Okay.
And then second attack.
Okay.
Does it? Yeah, a 21 hits.
Yes, it does.
There's no fucking shot a 21 doesn't hit. 11 points of magical piercing.
All right.
Stab, 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 stab.
Great. It is now their turn. So, on its turn, you take 21 points of acid damage
Okay.
from stomach acid.
Yep.
Rude.
Okay.
It's a bit rude, isn't it?
Bit rude, isn't it? Come on.
It's not very nice.
And Bellum takes some damage.
It's quite uncalled for.
Should really.
Bit of
Okay.
shade.
And Then the one that has you swallowed, okay, actually goes to try to bite Cassiopeia.
Oh, that's a mean
Chomp.
thing. He's mean.
He's just hungry.
Right, and does a 21 hit.
No.
No?
Yeah,
Nah.
Go ahead and tell me your damage anyway, just in case.
that's okay.
28 points of piercing damage.
We?
It missed on one, but
Wow,
it did hit.
wow.
So that was that. So this one, the one that swallowed Bellum, attempts to bite Tomer, who's currently restrained inside the other snake's constriction. So that is going to be a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
And the second bite is going to be a higher.
It's a bit rude, isn't
Tuesday, isn't it?
it? Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
34 points for the first one.
So half.
Die,
Yeah.
die.
And 29 reduced to half, so 14 for the second.
Got it.
And then the one that actually has you grappled will also bite. 17.
Misses.
Hey, it actually missed, and that was with advantage. Rolled a 5 and a 4, man.
Fuck off.
But it made up for it. Nat 20.
Fuck me in the ass.
Well, I think
Snake said done.
your level's low. Maybe. What else?
So 64 cut in half is 32.
Yay.
Suppose.
But you do have your half orc trait, right?
I'm still up.
Oh. Damn, I figured you'd be there.
Ow.
It is now
How are you still up?
The
You got
Duplion's
50.
turn.
The superior healing potion. It got me closer to like 90.
Yeah, he was up there.
They healed you for 40 health?
It's 8d8
Mm-hmm.
plus 4.
Hmm.
No, 8d8 plus 8. My
Yeah.
bad.
You rolled
88 plus eight.
very well then.
It was. I thank God I rolled that well because I was fucking gonna die.
So Duplion.
Yeah.
Here's
Oh.
it.
He's
Yeah.
gonna keep running.
I mean, he's fairly far away now.
Not good. Out of here.
Man.
Too late.
How are the snakes looking?
Out of the snakes, the one that has Bjorn swallowed looks really fucked
That
up.
means nothing.
The other three, they're a little beat up.
What about the one holding him?
The one holding him,
I hit him twice.
yeah,
That's it.
it's a little beat up.
Okay.
Like again, like Daniel said, it means nothing.
So I'm trying to think here. He's got an AC of 15, and he does not have Bradamante, so he can't free action reaction D8.
How much did it cost to build him?
1,500 to make him, and it'll be 2,900 to heal him, assuming he doesn't take any more damage.
Okay.
I do have Bardic Inspiration left on him, but it doesn't come back. Or I have my level 14 feature where I can add a D6 for free, but that means maximum my AC would go to 21, which I feel like is really just asking to be hit. If I go up to
Doy.
and if he gets hit, he's probably dead. So,
He can keep running if he wants to.
I just wish that he had a crossbow. But he does not have a crossbow. Does he have a wand of fireball?
No.
Bit of a shame in
It was shame, innit? Well, I suppose it was the first time, so he's going to expend a 5th level spell slot to cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Okay.
And he's going to cry about it. He's already used 2 non-renewable resources. Alright, so customize. Minus 1/5. Alright, and then for all applicable, they shall be regaining 21 hit points.
Okay.
Including
include me?
actually my horse. Yes,
it includes
it's
you.
everyone.
All right. Anything else on his turn?
He's just gonna make sure he's far enough away from the snakes.
Okay. Tomer.
Fuck a duck.
No, thank
Please
you.
don't.
That's really gross.
Fuck it. I'm gonna activate Crimson Right, so my weapon does another D8 when I
You're
hit.
gonna take damage.
No, it doesn't do damage up level 12 at this point.
Hmm.
Yeah, it just activates. But I gotta roll with disadvantage! 15 and a 12, I'm assuming that still
That hits. 15 hits.
Well, I have to roll with disadvantage. It's 12
Oh, yeah, so
7,
12
right?
doesn't.
It's 7 plus 7 out and everything. An 8 and a 7, does that hit?
That's on the die.
Yeah, I got an 8 and then a plus 7.
Yeah.
Okay. So those will hit, and I have the extra D8, so I will do. First one will be. Fucking. Why do I keep. Thank you. Stop rolling 1s and 2s. Motherfucker. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15. 15 points of damage. 6 of that is going to be lightning.
Mhm.
And then for the second, it'll be okay, not bad. So, 6. 21 points of damage. 5 of it's going to be lightning.
Are
Okay.
you sure you don't take that damage?
It says it right here.
Because what I remember reading on it was you can't reduce this damage in any way, shape,
Oh,
or
yeah.
form.
I take 1 point of necrotic damage
Is that?
because it's 1d8. I take 1d8 to activate it. So yeah.
Alright.
I like how his dice know when to roll minimum and when to roll maximum.
Well, that's why you put you cast brain
Yeah.
on your dice.
Maximum healing,
I
maximum
can't do
damage.
fucking anything.
Minimum self damage.
I'm probably gonna get swallowed, so I'm gonna leave it up to somebody else at this point. I got nothing. Yeah, that's it.
Bjorn.
That's it.
I swing recklessly for a regular attack.
Yes.
Recklessly.
Swecklessly.
First attack is a 27.
That hits.
All right. Then
Just
I
barely, though.
roll damage. Let's see. Oh, I got maximum for
Maximum
21
power.
points of slashing.
Okay, so
It's done.
you guys see.
Well, this is part of the same hit anyway,
Yeah.
so get fucked. 10 more lightnings.
You guys, well, not you. You're inside.
Yeah.
But you and the others see the snake that had swallowed Bjorn. Its stomach splits open as lightning blasts out of it, and Bjorn kind of spills out and is like, "Oh!" He is covered in the nastiest shit, but he is out.
That's
of
the second time today this has happened.
And that one, its body falls over. Boom! It's done.
And I will. You said there was another one next to me, correct?
There is one within range. Like you have
Yeah, I
plenty
run
of
over
movement. You can move up.
And
to.
I recklessly swing at that one too.
Okay, that is the one that is facing off against Carpetier,
All right. Well, Mr. Carpentier has an ally.
And
in-
it's actually the one that swallowed Leon.
All right. Well, Leon also has an ally coming.
That
So
hits.
26 and 21. So I'll take the 26.
Yep.
1d12. Oh my God! Another max. We're coming in clutch. 21
Ooh.
plus the 3 from rage. It's an 18 plus the 3 from rage. Slashing, and then 6 lightning.
All right.
And then I will. You know what? My health is not even an issue. I'm not even going to bother with this shit. I'm just going to make him roll an 18 dex save. No. I will shift.
Okay. All right.
And
So-
then make an 18 strength save for being knocked prone for a snare.
From on the inside.
Yeah, nah, he has no problem with that. Not a problem. for
That's
him.
my turn.
All right. Carbateer takes a swing.
10 health.
Come on, think. Wait.
Actually, oh, it's 19 now. I'm cheating myself.
Okay, so Carbateer takes a swing, and that one hits. And you did damage. Okay. So hold on, let's see here.
The next snake gets cut open.
Oh, it failed. Leon, you get thrown up as
Blech.
the combined damage between what you did and what Carbateer did was enough that, and he failed to save, so he spit your ass up.
Hmm.
So you are now on the ground. But Carbateer did some damage to that guy. Just enough to count, so. And the fail save was what actually helped. All right. So that's his turn. Yarrick sees you on the ground, Leon,
Mm-hmm.
and you're covered in a whole bunch of nasty shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. You know what? No. He keeps singing his song, and good job, Bjorn. Keep it up. Inspiration.
Whoa!
A
So
D8, boy.
D8 onto whatever your next roll is. Bellum is also trying to cut his way out. And well, that'll help. Okay, so
That roll can be used on damage too, right?
yeah. No.
No.
Just
No
on like
attacks, saves, skill checks.
Oh, that's right, because you had the special one, right?
Yeah, it's only D20.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only D20.
I could have swore I remember Leon using.
Leon maybe, but this is not
On
Leon.
what?
That's a bard one, right?
I did what?
Using the
Inspiration.
yeah, the inspiration for damage and pretty much any roll.
That's because of a feature I have.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it is special
It's special to him.
to the blade.
Yep.
Swords Bard, yeah.
Yeah.
Leon.
Mhm.
Your turn.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna stand up,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna start swinging at this stupid fucking snake.
Okay.
It's a rapier, so you should probably stab it.
Just for that, I'm gonna grab it by the blade and smack it like a warhammer. Bludgeoning.
cuts all of his fingers off.
Oh no! My magic sword killed my hand.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna swing at a bitch. It's a nat 1, so no.
That was gonna
Swing at a bitch for a 29. So that
He
hits.
actually tried to hit it with the hilt.
I did
Yeah.
this time, yeah. Bonk.
Okay.
No, he swung. He was using his other hand, and he's like, "Oh, I gave that rapier to shit."
It's not like I ever
He was trying to dual wield
Yeah.
like his wife, and forgot he wasn't
He was
holding two
dual wielding his
rapiers.
wife?
Technically, they're not married yet.
Okay,
In the books.
His baby mama.
so that's going to be 19 points of magical piercing,
All right,
and since I used my free d6, my AC becomes 22.
nice.
Real talk. I think that was actually a valid strategy back in medieval warfare,
What?
where they would hold the blade.
Oh yeah, no, Paul's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It was incredibly
Right.
valid.
Yes.
So the one you just hit that had spit you up,
Dies.
it now
Immediately
has
painfully.
it now has 3 targets.
Targets, if you will.
Yes, it has
Targ.
you, and Carbateer. So
Water.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You.
That's right.
You.
It attempts to
That's
bite
what Dad
you,
likes to hear.
and you went reckless at it, right?
Yes. Fish
Okay.
for the crit.
Come
Come on, hit me!
It hits. Doesn't crit, but it hits.
Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
Right.
Come on, crit me! I'm right here.
Come on, dude.
27 points,
Ow!
cut in half
27
to
points of
13
damage.
of piercing, and it is going to attempt to constrict you. That I can fish.
Crit me,
No, it doesn't
baby.
crit, but it does hit. So where's these?
So wait, what happened? You're constricting me?
Yeah, he's trying to constrict you.
Trying?
Well, he hit, so he does.
Okay.
Didn't
Hit or
swallow you.
miss.
He
I guess
tried to
you never
constrict
missed,
you,
huh?
but he does.
That's past
Ouch.
the shots you don't take, bro.
Every shot you don't take. Bro.
Bro.
I'm at you, bro. How much damage do I take? 1 gorillion.
41
Wow.
equals to 20 of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled and restrained
Holy smokes.
as it goes around you and wraps you up in its coils.
Gonna put this
The
snake in a
one
headlock.
facing off against
Just-
you,
Yeah.
yeah, he
Is a cunt.
is a cunt indeed. So this one, it actually turns around and like coils on itself multiple times. Okay, and its scales are now glinting off of the moonlight is shining off of it in a myriad of colors. And I need everybody who is not swallowed, with the exception of Duplion because he moved far enough back, to give me a wisdom save.
What's
I
happening?
don't like that.
What's happening?
You are
Wisdom
making
save.
a wisdom save.
Okay, but what was your description?
The snake is basically coiling in on itself and like moving around, so its scales are all, its
Oh.
body's moving around, and the moonlight is glinting off it and giving off a myriad of colors.
Miraded. And wisdom save, you said?
Wisdom save.
Natural 1 for an 8.
23, because I used the
Okay.
Bardic Inspiration.
A 19.
Okay, and I need a roll for these guys.
Oh, and I suppose for my horse as well.
My dumb, stupid, idiot horse.
So weird.
I know,
So-
I'm in a bad mood.
And
because
what'd you
I'm
have again,
tired.
Leon? What'd you say?
Leon got a 19, and the
19.
horse got a 7.
Okay, so Bjorn and the horse, you are stunned
Uh-oh.
as the shining light coming off of it is like, it's like, oh, that's so pretty. You're like
I'm stunned.
mesmerized.
So does that mean my rage ends?
Um,
Does that count
I don't
as
think it-
incapacitated?
my
My rage should end then,
Hold on,
right?
let's see if it's stunned. Yes, you are incapacitated, so the rage ends.
Bomp, bomp.
That was that one, and the last one. That one actually attempts to
He's
bite.
deep doo-doo down.
That one attempts to bite Carbateer,
It's something to a pig. Do now.
and it hits. So that is doing that much, and it swallows Carbateer.
No,
God damn it.
Carbutter!
Oh yeah, I had a bardic. Do I have to use the bardic inspiration on the
Nope.
next? Okay.
No,
you
you have
can't.
it
I
for
forgot
10
about
minutes.
it, so I won't.
You have it for 10 minutes.
I forgot about it, so I won't backtrack.
You can use it if you want.
Yeah, I'll you know. Will it even?
What was your total? What was your total on your save before you roll it?
Nat 1 plus 7 for an 8 plus
I
another
wouldn't.
7.
I wouldn't worry about it right now.
15 doesn't.
I wouldn't worry about
Okay.
it right now. Save it. I'm being generous.
You're too good to me.
Take the generosity. Duplion, your turn.
Okay.
Keep running.
I can't do
I
much
ran.
yet, because the build isn't finished.
I ran
Leon
so
needs
far.
another feat. And a minute. Okay.
Are 2 feet not enough?
Needs 4.
You need 4.
Oh,
Definitely need 4 feet.
Alright.
that's too many.
That's too many.
That's too many.
That's
Duplion,
not. That's almost 3 many.
What do the snakes look like?
They
ugly?
look like snakes.
Yeah.
Like long.
Long snake-like.
They
things.
look like
They
Snissica.
look like danger noodles.
Livinating.
The one that
Varying degrees
that
of death.
constricted, that's got Bjorn constricted, he's looking pretty fucked up. The other two are, they're bloodied.
Bloodied. They're bloodied.
This is gonna be a rough turn. Next turn for me.
He's gonna pick up his walkie-talkie. We need backup. Sorry.
Okay.
No.
He calls another dimension and a whole bunch of space marines coming.
No, actually, the brownies coming.
The brownies coming.
Oh, that's right.
All of a sudden, from the sky, something falls, lands, and a guy jumps out and goes, "For democracy!" And
Believe it or not, he does have access to cantrips,
he does,
which
you should have been using the whole time to save your spell slots if you wanted to.
No, you say that I have 1 damaging cantrip, okay, and my
Okay.
spell slots have been pretty well used so far.
Yes,
They
they have.
They
He's
have.
not dead.
Fucking
They've been
great.
saving people's asses.
No, so
My ass.
all I have is vicious mockery, so he's gonna get within 60 feet of the snake that's on him, right?
Mhm.
If he's not already.
No, he can be here. He didn't run that far.
And I want you to insult him because you're RPing duplicate.
Oh, okay.
Insult the snake.
You're not
I thought you
No,
were
no, no.
doing the combat.
No, I'm just doing the combat. He's
Oh, okay, the
It's
words, yeah.
Your mother was linguini. You stupid little slithery thing.
Wisdom 18.
Wisdom 18.
Ship to me.
Yeah,
I feel like
right. Wisdom.
I feel like the snake should
Yeah,
auto
no.
pass that
The
insult.
snake fails?
Oh yeah.
Okay. The snake's going to take uh 10 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And
And this is on the one that's got Tomer, right?
yes.
Okay.
And it has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of
Yep.
its next turn.
Nice.
I love you, Tomer.
All right, Tomer, your turn.
I would bonus action brand of castigation on the snake that's holding me.
Yep.
So I get another D8 when I hit.
Just remember, you still are at disadvantage.
No, but I'm working on it. Okay, that hits. So that's a 9 plus 7. That'll hit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's double 17s. So that's definitely gonna hit.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do the first one. Roll ones and twos. That's much better. 6. $23 points of damage.
Nice.
8 of it's gonna be the lightning.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the second one, ooh, not bad. Hold on, roll those. Okay, so 5, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 28 points of damage on the second.
Nice. Yeah, that one's looking pretty fucked up now.
Thank God.
Okay. Bjorn, you are stunned.
Wow.
Carbertier is swallowed. Is up